Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, 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 Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, 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 Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, 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 Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, 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 Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, प्रभु जी हरे कृष्ण कैसे हैं सब ठीक थैंक यू प्रभु हरे कृष्ण 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 राधे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण राम 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 हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajadanaranja Yamuna Tirabanachari Yashodanandana Brajadanaranja Yamuna Tirabanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunda Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunda Vihari Yashodanandana Brajadanarandana Yamuna Tirabanachari Yashodanandana Brajadanarandana Yamuna Tirabanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Jai Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan Jai Radha Gopi Vallabha, Radha Gopi Vallabha Jai Radha Gopinath, Radha Gopinath Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Shri Radhe Jaya Krishna, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Shri Krishna. Jaya Jagannatha, Jagannatha, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Jagannatha, Jagannatha, Baladeva, Jaya Jagannatha, Jagannatha, Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patarami Nayana Patarami Bhavatu Me Jagannath Swami Nayana Patarami Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Gaurahari. Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana, Gaurahari. Patita Pavana, Patita Pavana, Patita Pavana, Gaurahari. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. श्री 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 राधा गोपी वल्लभ की जय, श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की जय, श्री सुदर्शन चक्र की जय, श्री गौर निताय की जय, श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह स्वामी प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, श्री पंच तत्व की जय, श्री ब्रह्म मध्व गौड़ गुरु परंपरा सांप्रदाय की जय। His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai, all assembled devotees ki jai, Bhagavad Gita Granth ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande. Om Jnantimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamala Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitamtam Sajivam Satvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपः कुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्ग्रये नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गौब्राह्मणाहिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कुं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपः तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम् ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत्स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षः सः शुचे श्रीविष्णु श्रीविष्णु श्रीविष्णु। So welcome all. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. I'm very grateful that all of you have come one more Sunday morning and you are willing to hear, learn Bhagavad Gita and apply in our life. So last week we concluded 16th chapter, which was about divine and demoniac natures. So who is a demoniac person? A person who doesn't recognize the presence of God or the supremacy of God is a demon. As simple as that. So there are some demons who act on their demoniac tendencies. There are some demons who don't. Like some people just like to be atheists. They don't act on it. They just live. But they are living a demoniac life. Why do you say demoniac life? Is because they don't have any gratitude towards what they're getting from God. Again, you should be grateful. Arey, I'm getting this. Okay. How can you say I don't recognize God? Who has created your heart? Who has created your liver? Who has created this environment? Who has created air? Koi to hoga. At least be grateful to that. Don't reject that person. So that is one level of demoniac. Another level of demoniac tendency is where you may even recognize God, but you don't want to give him his honor. You want to use his resources, right? And you want to be indifferent to him. You want to use God, rather. An ultimate level of demoniac tendency is when you don't want to allow others to practice God consciousness also. That goes to the peak level, pinnacle, hatred, envy, where he knows God exists, but I don't want anybody to worship him, which is what is Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu wanted to prove to the whole world that God can exist without world can exist without God also. Or rather, decrease the I will decrease the power of God. I want to destroy the faith of people in God. That's what Hiranyakashipu's goal was. I want to decrease the faith. So he attacked the Brahmanas and he said, "You're not going to do any rituals for Vishnu." Right? So that way his power will go down like that. So he did a lot of nonsense. So today's chapter, 17th chapter, as told by Lord Krishna, the divisions of faith. So people have faith. What is faith? Faith means I believe that something exists, right? I believe that that is faith. Uh, can we live without faith? No. Faith is there. Faith in God or faith in not God, that is not what I'm talking about. Faith itself. I have faith that this is how it will be. I have faith that I will take the next breath. I have faith. And that is the reason I'm able to move on. If I don't have that faith, can I live? You go to a salon, you give your head and neck to somebody. Do you know that person? But you have faith that fellow will not cut my head, cut my throat, isn't it? You need to have faith, otherwise you can't exist. Right? In different parts of life, we have faith. Somebody cooks for us. You have faith that it's for my good only. If you start doubting everything, where will you eat? What can you eat? Right? So faith is very, very important. But where you keep that faith and how you practice that faith makes you a noble person or a demoniac person. Even demons have faith. Ravana had faith in God, but he did not want to surrender to God. So he went ahead and he tried to use Lord Shiva to get the powers. Even he was not a devotee of Lord Shiva also. He was using Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva is Ashutosh. Jaldi khush ho jata hai. Rather Bholenath. He'll give Lile. But Lord Shiva also knows ultimately nobody can be happy without serving Vishnu. And you are going to get it anyways, So Lord Shiva also knows. Well, still he gives. Lele. All the demons, if you see, they all approach Lord Shiva only. In the history, I have not seen so far even one demon going to Vishnu and asking what he wants, because he knows he'll not give. But Lord Shiva will give. But all the demons don't learn the lesson that Lord Shiva is also tactfully giving in such a way that ultimately they'll get the lesson. And he'll be very happy, Lord Shiva. So in Divisions of Faith, we are going to discuss how people approach God and what is the difference. Why is this lesson important for me? Why is Lord Krishna telling this to all of us? Is so that we can understand where we stand. Last chapter, we wanted to know whether I'm in demoniac path or divine path. Now I want to know, how is my faith situated? What kind of worship am I doing? And not only worship, it's about what am I eating, what am I speaking, how am I behaving, all these things Krishna will tell. So divisions of faith, how is it making us lead a life? Right? As I said again, this is not to judge others, this is to assess ourselves, where we stand. So that we take this opportunity to rise above and rise to a better faith, which will take us back to God. Which will please God rather. Arjuna Uvacha. Hare Krishna. जोर से बोलिए everybody. Arjuna Uvacha. ये शास्त्र विधिम उच्छ्रित्य यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विता तेषां निष्ठतु का कृष्ण सत्वम आहो रजस्तम. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Please repeat after me. Arjuna inquired, O Krishna, what is the situation of those who do not follow the principles of scripture but worship according to their own imagination? Are they in goodness, in passion, or in ignorance? Sattvam, Aho, Rajastama. So, it's a very important question Lord Arjuna is asking. Hey Krishna, you are telling about demoniac people, divine people, but how do I identify them? And what about people who do worship according to their own whims? They'll worship anybody. They like somebody, they'll start worshipping. Is there anything wrong in that? Such a sensitive question, right? In today's day and time, people don't want to discuss this question. अरे बाप रे प्रभु ऐसा चीज बात मत करो, जो मैं कर रहा हूं मुझे करने दो, जो आप कर रहे हो आप करो, मुझे इसके अंदर मत घुसेड़ो. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be told whom to worship and how to worship, right? Last year we were doing Ganesh Chaturthi. We were planning to do here, and Hare Krishna, Pranam ji, sabhi logon ko. So we were doing Ganesh Chaturthi, which is Ganesh ji's Agaman, very very auspicious. बोलो गणेश भगवान की जय. गणेश जी के बिना कुछ नहीं रहने वाला. So he is a prime, very very prime Vaishnava servant and very very empowered servant of Lord Vishnu and very dear son of Lord Shiva. And so we are doing this worship, and people want to do all kinds of things on Ganesh Chaturthi. Somebody did something, it is being continued. When I was young, in my, as old as, Prabhu there, or as old as him there, I have seen Ganesh Chaturthi in different ways. I have also done breakdance in front of Ganeshji when I was in my, school days, right? Literally. All that I did. Now I think, अरे गणेश जी, what will you think of me? क्या सोच रहे हैं मेरे बारे में? किधर? अरे बाप रे. कीड़े पे चढ़ रहा है. Hare Krishna. Thank you, bro. See. So what all people do in front of Ganeshji? Why do they do that? Because they are not told what is right, what is wrong. We cannot blame people. On top of that, what happens? People have an ego that, सारे देवों में तुझसे बढ़कर कौन, तेरे भक्तों में मुझसे बढ़कर कौन. Actually, what you should think and go, तेरे भक्तों में मैं भक्ति नहीं हूँ, मैं भक्ति सीखना चाह रहा हूँ. I'm trying to learn devotion. But people go with the ego, even to a temple, thinking that I am important, right? Even in front of Ganeshji. So one lady, she called me, and she was having an argument. She said, actually, let's not name the community. She called the MC and she told, I'm organizing a lot of programs in front of Ganeshji. And that MC told, this time we have a panel of people who will decide what can be done, what cannot be done. You can speak to Lilananda. He will tell what is doable, not doable. He is planning the whole schedule. She said, okay. So she told, this is the schedule I want to do. I want to play Tambola, I want to do Antakshari, I want to do, this, that, all those things. Then they told me, I told no, that is not the right thing to do. ये गलत है, should not do that. You can sing bhajans in front of Ganesh, no problem. भजनों का अंताक्षरी करो, no problem. Right? But लेकिन movie songs का मत करो, ये ठीक नहीं है. She got angry. And then she called me one morning, like almost 40 minutes intensely. She was like, who are you to tell me what to do in front of Ganesh? I said, Prabhu, Mataji, I'm not anybody to tell you. मैं कोई नहीं हूँ, लेकिन मैं समझाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ कि करना गलत है. क्यों गलत है? हर सोसाइटी में करते हैं. तुम कौन होते हो ये सोसाइटी में बोलने वाले कि ये नहीं करना चाहिए? Right? I was thinking about this chapter, Divisions of Faith. It's not like she doesn't like Ganeshji. Now we should not judge that she doesn't like Ganeshji. Just that what she wants to do in the name of that liking is wrong. Right? So then I told her that nowhere it should be done. Actually, nowhere it should be done. Even in the society also, nowhere also. Then what is wrong in me playing tambola? What is wrong? She said, Mataji, money will be involved. Money is not the right thing to play. Gambling is not good in front of God. How can you say it is gambling? Then I started, then it was going on, why can't I sing? Then I asked her one question, Mataji, do you have a temple in your house? Do you have She said, in our house we play tambola. What is the problem in playing in the society? Society is also our house only. I told her, see, you also have a temple in your house. Small, whatever corner you would have kept. Do you play tambola in front of the temple? Our whole family will go in front of that small temple. You'll sit there, say, Hare Krishna. Chalo, 1, 2, 3. Do you play like that? You don't play like that, right? You play in the hall. You go and play in the hall, or you go and play in the front room. I'm not saying don't play tambola. I'm saying don't play in front of God. You don't do that there, right? You don't play antakshari in your puja mandir. You play in the hall. Play in the hall. You play behind the stage. You go take another place in the society, sit down. But in front of Ganeshji, kyun karna? Right? So she was not. She didn't like it. Then she complained against me and like, hota kaun hai bolne wala? Whatever. I said no. I ended the conversation. But luckily, few others, wise people in the management committee could understand what I'm trying to tell. They supported that. नहीं, ये जो बोल रहे हैं ठीक ही बोल रहे हैं. कई चीज नहीं करना. सीखने में क्या गलत है? मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? When somebody is telling something right, जैसे मैं भी गलती कर सकता हूँ. कभी-कभी कई जगहों पे दंडवत प्रणाम नहीं करना चाहिए. कई जगहों पे क्योंकि पीछे किसी और का मूर्ति है. जैसे कि श्री वैष्णव टेम्पल, you have Garuda in the front, right? You should not stand between Garuda and Vishnu. You should not. उनके बीच में नहीं खड़ा होना. उनके साइड में खड़ा होकर देखना है ना? तो कभी-कभी बीच में खड़ा हो गया तो पंडित जी ने चिल्लाया, ये क्या कर रहा है? हट. अब मैं गलती भी देख सकता हूँ, अरे ब्राह्मणों कैसे क्या चिल्ला रहा है, लेकिन मुझे ये समझ में आया वो मेरे अच्छे के लिए बोल रहा है. That I am standing in between Garuda and Vishnu, and Vishnu is always looking at Garuda. Why should I be in it? Like शिवजी और नंदी के बीच में नहीं खड़ा होना चाहिए, साइड में खड़ा होना चाहिए, है ना? तो हर चीज का एक हनुमान जी और राम के बीच में खड़ा नहीं होना चाहिए, साइड में खड़ा होना चाहिए. हम जाके if we go and stand beside हनुमान जी, पक्का लॉर्ड राम will look at हनुमान जी and maybe for a minute he'll look, इसके बाजू में कौन खड़ा है? अपना चांस टिकट कटने का चांस अच्छा है. So we should always stand beside a devotee, beside a noble personality. So I learned that. Somebody told me, गलती किया तो तुम्हें मालूम चला ना, कोई बात नहीं. So people in the mode of goodness, जो सत्व गुण में लोग होते हैं, वो सीखने के लिए तैयार होते हैं. वो every time people in the mode of goodness, they want to learn something and they want to elevate themselves. People in the mode of passion, Rajogun, they also will learn, but they will ask, what is my benefit? I will do this, but मेरे को क्या मिलेगा? Then you have to tell, अरे बाजू में खड़ा होगा तो तेरे को अच्छा आशीर्वाद मिलेगा. Whatever problems you have in life, they'll go away. Like that you tell, then they will stand. People in the mode of ignorance, if you tell them this is wrong, they will tell, I will do this only. मैं ही करके दिखाता हूँ तेरे को. तू करना है, क्या करना है कर ले. Have you seen people like that? Right? They will be like that. You can't do anything. So in this chapter, Lord Krishna is going to explain how people will behave in the name of faith also. So what should we do with that such people? You should not go and argue with them. आर्ग्यू मत करो, वो सुनने वाला है ही नहीं. जब उसने उसके माँ बाप का नहीं सुना, तुम्हारा क्या सुनेगा वो, है कि नहीं? ही इज नॉट राइट टू लिसन टू एनीबॉडी. तो ऐसे लोगों को नमस्कार करो प्रभु और अपना काम कर लो. डोंट गिव एडवाइस टू पीपल हु डोंट वांट टू टेक एडवाइस. डोंट फीड एनीबॉडी हु इज नॉट हंग्री. है ना, जिसको भूख नहीं उसको खाना मत दो, मतलब ही नहीं है. वो ऐसे ही खाएगा भी लेकिन पचेगा नहीं उसको. Same way, giving knowledge to people who are not interested is useless. For example, the same mic I'll go and keep in the Central Park and I'll tell Bhagavad Gita class. I can 100% guarantee 2-3 complaints will go to police station. हमारे secular देश में तो क्या कर रहा है यहाँ पे ऐसे. Number 1 complaint. Number 2, sound pollution हो रहा है सुबह सुबह. Number 2, right? 10. But if I tell everybody that भैया, you know that there is a class like this, if you are interested, we are doing this, if you can come there, then it's good for them also, good for me also. Only the interested people will come here. Okay? When interested people are here, we can have a very interesting conversation without any problem. And you all are coming here to sit down and learn. You are not coming here to clarify what I already know, is it right or wrong. Otherwise you listen to me like, अच्छा ये बोला प्रभु जी ने, maybe is wrong. हाँ फिर बोलो. Then what will you learn? हाँ, भगवद गीता में कृष्ण ने ये बोला क्या? नहीं 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 नहीं, ये गलत है. ते देखते हैं क्या बोलते हैं, आगे क्या बोलते हैं. Then you can never learn, right? You come to a satsang where you say, I am the greatest fool. मैं मेरे जितना बड़ा पागल नहीं है कोई, मेरे से बड़ा कोई अज्ञानी नहीं है. हे कृष्ण मुझे बताओ ज्ञान क्या है. कार्पण्य दोषोपहत स्वभाव प्रच्यामि त्वं धर्म समूढ़ चेता यच्छ्रेयश्चान्निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्य तेहं शादिमं त्वं प्रपन्नम्. What a consciousness to increase faith. अर्जुन कह रहे हैं 2nd chapter 7वें श्लोक में, कार्पण्य दोषो, मैं समझ नहीं पा रहा हूँ, आई एम ए माइजर, मेरे को इतना अकल नहीं है. बहत स्वभाव, आई डोंट नो व्हाट टू डू. प्रच्यामि त्वं धर्म समूढ़ चेता. धर्म क्या है? आई एम नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड. व्हाट इज धर्म? आई एम नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड. व्हाट इज राइट, व्हाट इज रॉन्ग, मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. अब कौन बोल रहा है? आदमी जो सप्तऋषि के यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ के आया, जिसके गुरु वशिष्ठ, जिसके गुरु द्रोण, जिसके गुरु कृपाचार्य, जिसके परदादा भीष्म महाजन, और जिसके साथ हमेशा कृष्ण थे, ऑल द टाइम कृष्णा वाज विद, स्टिल ही इज आस्किंग द क्वेश्चन, कार्पण्य दोषोपहत स्वभाव प्रश्चामि त्वं धर्म समूढ़ चेता यच्छ्रेयश्चा निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे. एक्सेप्ट यू, हु एल्स कैन टेल मी? इज नॉट टेलिंग, अच्छा कृष्णा आप बोलो, मैं कल जाके किसी और से पूछ लेता हूँ, एक बार क्लैरिफाई कर लेता हूँ, आपका ओपिनियन बोल दो आज. कृष्णा इज नॉट, अर्जुन इज नॉट डूइंग एनीथिंग. आपके बिना कोई बोलने वाला ही नहीं है, मुझे आप ही से सुनना है. आई वॉन्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस फ्रॉम यू ओनली, बिकॉज कृष्णा कैन टेल ना आफ्टर ऑल दिस. एक काम करते हैं अर्जुन, कल युधिष्ठिर से बात कर लेना. He doesn't want Krishna to escape for any reason, saying that he will not tell me. And finally he tells, शिष्यस्य तेहं मां शादि त्वं प्रपन्नो. मैं तेरा शिष्य हूं. कृष्ण, अभी तक I am looking at you like a friend. You are related to me also. But now forget about all that relations. I am surrendering you. I am a soul surrendered to you. Surrender का मतलब क्या? Surrender का मतलब except that person there is no other shelter. Khatam. When you sit in that consciousness in a satsang and hear from Srila Prabhupada, hear from the representative of Srila Prabhupada, hear from the purports of Srila Prabhupada, hear from Lord Krishna, then there will be transformation and change in faith. नहीं तो नहीं रहेगा. प्रभु जी भगवद गीता में पढ़ लिया प्रभु जी, 3 बार हो गया मेरा. मैं उल्टा भी पढ़ सकता हूँ पूरा, सारे 700 श्लोक रिवर्स ऑर्डर में पढ़ सकता हूँ. मेरे को संस्कृत बहुत अच्छा आता है, मैं एकदम एकदम संस्कृत ऐसे बोलता हूँ, मतलब बोला संस्कृत निकला है कि ना। लेकिन इतना कुछ करने के बाद भी उसको भगवद गीता समझ में नहीं आएगा। He will never understand भगवद गीता, बिकॉज भगवद गीता को क्या चाहिए? सरेंडर चाहिए, ह्यूमिलिटी चाहिए और फेथ चाहिए। थोड़ा फेथ लगाना पड़ेगा। बिजनेस करना है, why do people go to business instead of employment? ज्यादा पैसा मिलता है, बिजनेस में ज्यादा पैसा मिलता है, एम्प्लॉयमेंट में फिक्स्ड मिलता है कि नहीं? आजकल लोग डरते हैं बिजनेस करने में, लेकिन बिजनेस करने वाला कभी एम्प्लॉयमेंट नहीं करेगा। बोलता है पागल हो आप लोग, क्या काम कर रहे हो, मतलब गधे की तरह सुबह से शाम तक। मेरे को देखो, मैं जो कर रहा हूँ मैं कमा रहा हूँ, मैं ज्यादा काम करूंगा ज्यादा कमाऊंगा, दैट्स व्हाट बिजनेस इज, मोर मनी। बट in order to gain more money in business, first you have to invest some money in business. So in order to gain more faith, you should have some faith. थोड़ा फेथ लगाओ भगवान के ऊपर और ये चैप्टर सुनो, अपने आप फेथ बढ़ जाएगा। Now let us hear what Krishna is saying. What is question of Arjuna again? He's saying, Krishna, how do I identify people who are worshipping you in the mode of goodness, passion and ignorance? And what about those people who don't follow any scripture? बहुत लोग ऐसे हैं जो बोलते हैं शास्त्र को हम यकीन नहीं करते, मैं खुद शास्त्र हूं। तो है कौन शास्त्र के सामने? राइट? शास्त्र किसने दिया है? Who gave scriptures? वेदेस्त सर्वेर अहमेव वेद्यो वेदांत कृत वेदविते वचः 15:15 भगवद गीता। कृष्ण ने मैंने दिए वेद, राइट? He is the creator, he is the controller, he knows how to run this world and he is telling what is truth, what is not. Everything is there in the scripture. बिना शास्त्र पढ़े शास्त्र को रिजेक्ट कर देंगे। A lot of people today, they don't want to read Bhagavad Gita, they'll reject Bhagavad Gita. They don't want to read scriptures, they'll reject scriptures. Right? So Arjuna is specifically asking, उनका क्या होगा? What will happen to those people who are doing Ganesh Chaturthi, who are doing Deepavali, who are doing Dashera, who are doing Navratri, who are doing, who are going to Kedarnath, Badrinath, लेकिन शास्त्र नहीं पढ़ेंगे। शास्त्र से मेरा कोई संबंध नहीं है, मैं जाके आऊंगा, मुझे अच्छा लगता है, वाइब्रेशन आता है मेरा, वाइब्रेशन आता है, अच्छा वाइब्रेशन आता है जाने से। समझ रहे? इन लोगों का क्या होगा? इंपॉर्टेंट प्रश्न, इज इट इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन? और आंसर कौन दे रहा है? भगवान दे रहे हैं सीधा। श्री भगवान वाच त्रिविधा भवन्ति श्रद्धा, श्रीविधा भवति श्रद्धा, देहिनां सा स्वभावजा, सात्विकी राजसी चैव तामसी चेति तां शृणु, तामसी चेति तां शृणु। The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, according to the modes of nature acquired by the embodied soul, one's faith can be of three kinds: in goodness, in passion, or in ignorance. Now hear about this, right? So, जो तामसिक लोग हैं, people who are in passionate nature, people who are in goodness, people who are in ignorance, tamasic, their faith also will be different. Don't think that all three people will go to temple in the same way, or they are doing the same thing in the temple. Krishna is standing there. He is looking at everybody who is coming. He knows who is coming in Sattva-guna, who is coming in Rajo-guna, who is coming in Tamo-guna. Right? So we should know. And who is the person who can change that? A spiritual master can change. The one who goes to a guru and starts learning, Prabhupada explains in purport, he can raise the person above all these modes. Right? Let's go further. Sattvanurupa sarvasya Shraddha bhavati bharata Shraddhamayo ayam purusho Yo yach Chadradhasva evasa. O son of Bharata, according to one's existence under the various modes of nature, one evolves a particular kind of faith. The living being is said to be of a particular faith according to the modes he has acquired. See, this is so important to understand the role of modes of material nature. Krishna is in this chapter, in this and 18th chapter, almost 80% of 18th chapter, he speaks only about the modes, how they affect us. Sattvagun, Rajagun, Tamagun, kitne important hai. And how do these modes come on to us? Through association. What does it mean? See, in pure, when we were with God, Atma doesn't have any mode. Atma is always a Shuddha Sattva. Atma is pure. We are always pure. Like a raindrop is pure when it is falling. But if it falls in a nice pond, it will remain in Sattvagun. If it falls on the land, it will go into Rajagun. If it falls in gutter, it will go into Tamagun. Where you fall matters. तुम किसको अडॉप्ट करोगे बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. संग ही डिटरमाइन करता है तुम कैसे आदमी बनोगे जिंदगी में. Your association will determine what kind of person you will become. Very simple. If somebody is behaving wrong means वो गलत association में है या गलत association में था. Right? His previous life he was in worst association. So the same tendencies is carrying into this life also. And you can clearly identify that. It is so important because if you are in wrong association, your faith also will be wrong. Your practices will be wrong. Your understanding will be wrong. Your conclusions will be wrong. Your behavior will be wrong. Everything can go wrong according to the guna. And Triguna, all the three gunas, Mother Durga is holding this whole material world. Durga के हाथ में 3 रस्सी है, सत्व, रजो, तमस. एंड एक एक को बांध के पकड़ा हुआ है. आप लोगों को भी बंधा हुआ है, आपको दिख नहीं रहा है. यू आर नॉट एबल टू सी द रोप्स बट ऑलरेडी यू आर टाइड. कैसे? अभी सत्संग होने के बाद आपको एक फोन आएगा, अरे एक नया पिक्चर आया है, राइट, बहुत वायलेंस है, वट एवर इज देयर, चलो लेट्स गो. राइट? इफ यू आर इन सत्वगुणा, you will immediately tell that friend, I am not interested. You go. Right? If you are in Rajoguna, you will tell, okay, let's plan. Let's plan. If you are in Tamoguna, you will tell, I will bring the entire satsang with me. Hey, Mataji, you will also come. Prabhuji, you will also come. तो खुद डूबेगा, 5 लोगों को लेके डूबेगा. That is Tamoguna. समझ रहे हैं ना? गलत संग इतना important है. I'm not against movies. There are some good movies also. But whatever you watch, don't think it is just going away. It will affect your consciousness. It will affect your choices. It will. It will. Live examples are there in America where children have played violent video games and one day they took the gun and killed their own parents. Live examples are there. People, what they see, how they see, जो देखते हैं, उसका effect रहता है. है कि नहीं? So Krishna is saying, oh Bharata, according to one's existence under the various modes of nature, one evolves a particular kind of faith. The living entity is said to be of a particular faith according to the modes he has acquired. So Prabhupada explains in purport, originally we are all pure, but then the modes are creating the problem. We are taking those modes. Right? Text 4. Jajate satvika devan. Yajante satvika devan. Yaksha rakshamsi rajasa. Pretan bhuta ganams. Pretan bhuta ganams chanye. Yajante tamasajana. Men in the mode of goodness worship the demigods. Those in the mode of passion worship the demons. And those in the mode of ignorance worship ghosts and spirits. Hare Krishna. So here, very clearly, Krishna is telling what kind of people are attracted to what. Unka faith hi aisa hai. They'll go to such kind of situations. And Prabhupada writes a big purport, explaining how, people approach demigods, they approach, even ghosts and spirits they worship. Yeah. तांत्रिक लोग क्या वर्शिप करते हैं? भद्रकाली, वो रूप, right? Bhadrakali is very nice. She is wife of Lord Shiva. She is Vaishnavi. But then उसको क्या वर्शिप करते हैं? I've seen. I went to Ujjain. I was shocked to see. What is the temple? हाँ? हाँ नहीं, महाकालेश्वर तो नहीं, अच्छा है दूसरा. No. They offer all kinds of things there. Kali temple, Bhairavi, Kal Bhairavi temple. There are 10 wine shops outside the temple. They go and buy, मेरे को foreign माल चाहिए, मेरे को local माल चाहिए. They buy like this bottle, 1 liter bottle of alcohol. They'll go into the temple, they'll offer in the temple like this. I was standing in the line, everybody are holding one wine bottle. I was like, what am I holding? I'm holding a chanting bag. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. I felt out of place. Holding the chanting bag. But I know that Mother Kali will be so happy. Mother Kali will be so happy seeing me chanting there. Because that's what she wants everybody to do. But what she has to do? She has to also satisfy these tamasic people, right? She doesn't accept it. She says, Karo. Kya kare? And after that they'll drink and they'll think that is devotion. Right? So that is tamasic worship. They'll kill animals outside the temple. Taka, they'll kill. Can they kill their ego? No. Can they kill their pride? No. Their name, their fame, their ego. No, that जानवर को मारेंगे. She's not allowing it. We are doing it. Just like breakdance in front of Ganeshji. He is not accepting it. Whenever we do that, he closes his eyes like this. Kya karenge? But tamasic worship is there. Tamasic worship is there. People do that. Again, that's the question of Arjuna. What happens to those people who don't follow the scriptures? They pay the price for it. यहाँ पे एक temple है ना? I don't want to name the temple, but near Sun City there is a temple famous for killing animals. Some temple is there. So people keep it on. मेरा बेटा CA पास होगा तो मैं बकरी को मारूंगा. बकरी is thinking मैं क्या करूँ? तेरा बेटा CA पास है, मेरे को क्यों मार रहा है? Right? See, we tell people on Bakrid, Muslims kill goats. Hindus kill 364 days in the temple. What about that? है कि नहीं? Just blame किसी को करना ऐसा नहीं. वो एक दिन में सबको मार रहे, हम हर दिन में हर एक को मार रहे. Tamasic worship. Release in Tamaguna, Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, there is no Islam, Christianity or Hindu. कुछ भी नहीं है. ये gunas are above all this. ये religion का कोई चक्कर नहीं है. If you are tamasic means you are tamasic. That's it. Whichever religion you choose. Right? What you should do in the temple, what you should not do. You should know divisions of faith. According to... So, Sattvic people, they worship Devatas. Ganeshji, Shivaji, right? Brahmaji, Hanumanji, like that. They worship. They also worship Vishnu. They also worship Krishna. Right? They worship the Devatas who are there in the scriptures. जो शास्त्र में जिनके बारे में बोला गया है उनका वर्शिप वो करते हैं. कौन लोग? सत्वगुण में जो लोग होते हैं. समझ रहे हैं? Everybody is understanding today? The little, because you have come till 17th chapter, this is a little heavy chapter. अभी सुनना पड़ेगा. Right? So, question of Arjuna भूलना नहीं कभी भी. First question में क्या पूछा उसने? scriptures, he asked, who don't follow the scripture, जो शास्त्र को बने पढ़े बिना जो worship करते हैं उनका क्या होगा? That is the question, and for that Krishna is answering. So remember, everything is as per scripture only. जो शास्त्र में नहीं है उसका पूजा करोगे कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. You will not get anything. You understand? If somebody is not there in Shastra, we should not worship that personality. If you worship, then what will you get? Nothing you will get. See, if there is a Devata, you worship the Devata, will give something. Right? But somebody is not a Devata also. He is not even mentioned in scripture. Oh, kya dega wo? Kuch bhi nahi dega. Then you will get something, then you will say, Hare, wo kuch de raha hai. Wo nahi de raha hai. You are already eligible to get. That is the reason you are getting. तुमको मिलना लिखा है, तुम्हारे नसीब में लिखा है, ये टाइम में तुम्हें मिलेगा. लेकिन तुमने उसका वर्शिप किया, you are thinking that he gave you. No, it's not like that. If you think that by worshipping him you got it, then somebody who is not worshipping that person, how is he getting? सोचो एक बार, लॉजिक सोचो. एक्चुअली भगवान के वर्शिप करने से हमको जो मिलता है वो भगवान नहीं दे रहा है, हमारे नसीब के मुताबिक मिल रहा है. God is not there to clear you in your exam or give you some property or home loan or car or clear your dispute in the house. भगवान का ये काम नहीं है. ये काम प्रकृति का है. His energy, प्रकृति is doing. As per what your previous karma is, you will get what you are supposed to get. समझ लो, simple है. समझ रहे हैं ना? As per your behavior and performance, HR will give you the promotion. खत्म. तू CEO के सामने जाके ब्रेक डांस भी करेगा, कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. HR will tell, hey, I know this fellow. Right? Your boss will tell, I know this fellow. So understand, there is a department for that. But Rajasic people, what they do, they'll worship demons also. They'll worship anybody they'll create. किसी को भी भगवान बोल देंगे, भगवान जैसा हमारा नेता. They'll do worship of neta also. When this flyover was being constructed, what is it? Metro was being constructed in Hyderabad. Just give an example. It was going through Sultan Bazar lane. How many of you know Sultan Bazar here? Yeah. So that the Koti area, Sultan Bazar lane, बहुत पुराना lane है. उधर 1,000 businessmen will be there. छोटे shop. And the shop is there for the last 80-90 years. Their families are sitting there only and selling. Mostly Mataji related stuff they sell, I'm not suggesting where to go and shop. So there, the flyover was coming, the metro was supposed to come. And very clear, the lane itself is, maybe from that wall till here, that's it, this is the lane. In that, it's actually less than that. उसके बीच में से metro का pillar जाएगा. So the government told, सारे shops को उड़ाना पड़ेगा. There is no space to create. And so much you and cry, अरे हम लोग का business है, we'll give another space, you don't worry, उधर ही देंगे कुछ. No, you can't do that. Then our chief minister or ex-chief minister, number one Bevda, he drinks, at toothbrush time, he drinks at night, he drinks all the time, right? So that fellow was chief minister. What did he do? He understood, the vote bank hai, big vote bank. Then he somehow convinced the metro pillars, that do in such a way that you don't touch those shops. Immediately, what is the thing? Next day morning, uska picture लगा के उसको दूध के साथ अभिषेक कर रहे लोग वहां पे. That fellow is a pakka person in mode of ignorance, right? Pakka fellow in mode of ignorance. उसका कोई अच्छा quality नहीं है. Right? He insulted sadhus also. He did all kinds of nonsense. He will use everything. He will do. But he doesn't have any faith or devotion. Not only him, there are many politicians like that, many leaders like that. उसका अभिषेक कैसे कर रहे हो यार? Just because he cleared your one road in that place. So what kind of worship is that? Rajo, matlabi worship and wrong person worship. It happens in front of our eyes. You can see that. And tamasic worship is a worship where You will harm other living entities also, and you will worship ghosts, you will worship tamasic shaktis, black magic, all those things you'll do, you know, for your advantage, for your advantage. So these three worships are there according to the mode in which you are. So every time we go to a temple, we should see what is the best way I can please that personality in the temple. What did he ask us to do? He asked us to chant his names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Kalam, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam, kalau नास्त्येव गतिरन्यथा. इन कलयुग में नाम जप करो, खुद भगवान बोल रहे हैं, करो, सबसे अच्छा वो है. रोज घर में करो, every day sit down, do your rounds, best kind of worship. You are earning, give some good part of it towards service of God. How can you give in service of God? Contribute to a temple where they are making prasadam and they are distributing to poor people. Or give it to a temple which is distributing shastra. Or contribute to a satsang where we are teaching shastra. Right? Tangible activity which is pleasing God. Where did Krishna tell that, you know, if you do preaching, I like it? Did he tell anywhere? तो हम लोग क्यों कर रहे हैं फिर? Why are we doing preaching? ये lessons ये क्यों conduct कर रहे हैं? Then I'm cheating you, ना? Directly go to 18th chapter ending. Go. First I have to justify what we are doing. Huh? Go to shloka number 68. Shloka number 68. 18.68. Page number 743. What is it telling? Translation. Repeat after me. For one who explains this supreme secret to the devotees, pure devotion service is guaranteed. At the end, he will come back to me. Not only me, you also. Right? And one more. 69. What is he saying? Go to the next page. There is no servant in this world more dear to me than he, nor will there ever be one more dear. Hare Krishna. बोल रहा है ना? So what we are doing? Are we doing activity which he likes or no? अभी मेरे पे कोई केस नहीं डालेगा ना? See, शास्त्र का प्रमाण होना चाहिए. If somebody is sitting, I ask a question, immediately you're like, Prabhuji, I don't know. You know, now you know. Why satsangs are happening? कृष्ण ने बोला है भैया, भगवद गीता में बोला है. जो शास्त्र में है, वो सभी को बात बोलो. If somebody is telling, you know, hey, you keep your knowledge to me, yourself, why are you telling me? First of all, don't tell such person. But if you want to answer him, you can tell, Prabhuji, भगवद गीता में कृष्ण ने बोला है कि ये भी सेवा है. This is also seva. That whatever I learn, I will tell others. ये करने से भगवान खुश होते हैं. And what other seva is there? When such activity is happening, the people who support that activity is also seva. What is that support? Today, some Prabhus came, they kept the chairs. Some Matajis came, they pulled the, the mat to the right place. Somebody is coming, he's keeping the chappal correctly. Somebody is, keeping this up. By the time I came, this is already on this. Right? Somebody already kept this place for me to sit. Somebody brought, the charger from my house. And somebody is sitting and telling Bhagavad Gita. Tell me, among all of these, who is more important? All are important. You're not understanding it. In the eyes of God, don't think, Arey, Prabhuji, aap upar baith ke bolte, aap sabse important. Nahi. In the eyes of God, aisa hai nahi. If I am thinking like that, Arey, I am very important among all of you, then मैं भगवद गीता समझा ही नहीं. भक्ति में कौन इंपॉर्टेंट है? भक्त का भक्त, दास दासानो दास इंपॉर्टेंट है. दास इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है. हमको बॉस नहीं बनना, हमको दास बनना है. है कि नहीं? This consciousness should be there. Mataji got, Navya Mataji brings tilak and she gives to everyone. Is that more important or me giving lecture more important? Both are important. Right? In spirit, everybody can do service. That is the greatness of bhakti. You don't need to know Sanskrit. You just read the English. That's enough. Ultimately, Krishna is not a Sanskrit, professor, or he doesn't run a Sanskrit university. Sanskrit is a language. Of course, it's purer language. We should chant Sanskrit properly. Same words of God. But can't Krishna tell Bhagavad Gita in English? Huh? A Chinese will go and say, whatever. Krishna will tell Bhagavad Gita in Chinese also. सर्वधर्म परित्यज्य. गलत है क्या संस्कृत में बोलना? Don't fall for the language. Don't fall for these things. Krishna is very much wanting to connect with us. And everybody was doing some service. Even the management committee, even the residents of this community who are allowing this activity to happen are also going to get the benefit. So, everybody who is part of this, directly, indirectly, will get the benefit of, will get the blessings of Krishna. That is the glorious thing about bhakti. Like when the Ram Setu was being constructed, it's a very famous pastime. Hanumanji was bringing mountains. Pura mountain uta ke lekar aa rahe, Hanumanji. And one little spider, that fellow was taking one stone, it is going and keeping there. Chota stone. How much can a spider lift? Chota sa stone pakad ke lekar वहां रख रहा है. Hanumanji was bringing that, mountain. Suddenly he saw this spider. Hey, act! Because if you throw that thing, you will get crushed. Or I might step on you. Move. Then immediately, Lord Ram, Hanumanji को उन्होंने समझाया. हनुमानजी क्या कर रहे हो? तुम्हारे कैपेसिटी के मुताबिक तुम कर रहे हो, उसकी कैपेसिटी वो कर रहा है. It is doing its part according to his capacity. हनुमानजी अरे अरे जय श्री राम क्या कर रहा हूँ गलत. I was about to do a mistake. Right? So this is what you should learn in bhakti. Bhakti is not to judge anyone. Whatever little you can do. What did A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada did? He just fanned the spark. Wherever he saw a spark, he fanned it. जहाँ पे थोड़ा सा spark दिखा करता है ना? Actually, none of us we don't know that. Our ancestors, बोलना पड़ रहा है. Our parents also in villages, वो कैसे जलाते थे? छोटा spark ला के, and immediately it will become into fire. Our job is to fan the spark in society, not to buzz out that spark. मैं 17 चैप्टर पढ़ के आया. अच्छा तू काली टेम्पल जा रहा है क्या काटने के लिए? ठीक. उसका मतलब क्या है? अरे वो he was at least going to temple. ठीक है वो मुर्गी काटने जा रहा है, बकरी काटने जा रहा है, different thing. Temple तो जा रहा है. Krishna is not telling stop those people. He is telling identify those people. How to identify? Then what you should do? If somebody is going and doing that, you should tell, अरे काम करना. You also do some jap and go. जप करते हो जा. क्या होगा? जप करते जाएगा, उसको अच्छा लगेगा. He'll start liking it. अरे जप अच्छा लग रहा है. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे. राइट? ऐसा करते हुए जाएगा. जाके वो काटेगा लेकिन जप करते हुए जाएगा. One day he'll come and, hey, अच्छा लग रहा है, कुछ और भी बोल. Right? तो कुछ और भी बोल. Then he can tell one more step. काम कर, घर में अच्छा भोग बना के लेके जा, लड्डू बना के लेके जा. तो he'll take laddu with him next day. है ना? He'll take laddu with him. He'll feel nice. अरे, he's taking bakri also, laddu also. Right? So but laddu is going very close to the altar. Bakri is being outside only. Right? Then he'll, अरे अच्छा लगा और क्या करूँ? एक काम कर, लड्डू के साथ थोड़ा हलवा भी लेके जा. ना हलवा कैसे लेके जाएगा? एक हाथ में लड्डू, एक हाथ में बकरी. एक को तो छोड़ना पड़ेगा, बकरी को छोड़ देगा, हलवा पकड़ लेगा, हो गया हरि बोल. Slowly people will change. If you go and tell him, अरे तू तामसिक है, तू तो मतलब अगले जन्म में तो बकरी की तरह पैदा होगा, पता नहीं कितने बकरी तूने काटे हैं, you'll become a goat in next life, you bloody goat, you look like a goat also, all that you tell. Then what will happen? That fellow will tell, I'll worship Kali, you go worship Krishna. Like that it will. So you can encourage people in all situations, right? See, recently in my office, I sent that video, you saw that? I was meeting some very big people, huge guys, each one is like a CEO of a big company, 2,000 crore, 3,000 crore turnover companies. So there was this conference happening. I went in my tilak, I went in my general attire. Everybody were being very respectful to me. I don't know, because not to me, to the tilak. And the party also, I went to the party also, and like when I went that day, a lot of people didn't drink also. Then my boss was feeling uncomfortable. Tu ja rahe yahan se. Next day, they said this pakka full booze party, drink party. I told main nahi aata hu. That day my wife was also not feeling it. I am not coming. My boss might have felt, acha, tu mata. Tu wahi pe. But 2-3 people are coming from Ayodhya, some people are coming from Varanasi. Their companies are there. They came from North India. उन लोगों को लगेगा अरे ठीक नहीं हो रहा है, right? There was a Jain also in that. There was a Brahman also in that. So many people were there. Very nice people, right? So what am I trying to tell? You can influence in a positive way. And finally, when they did the whole conference, पूरा होने के बाद, all concluding speech होने के बाद, they gave the mic to me. The main person, he gave the mic. Sir, if you want to speak something. Achha? Bolenge. Then what did I choose to speak? I wanted to give them a management lesson, but related to scriptures. ऐसे ही मैनेजमेंट लेसन तो कोई भी बोलेगा. महाभारत में एक एपिसोड लेके उसमें से क्या सीख सकते हैं, that I told. They liked it a lot. My boss's boss on a bus, he came from America, right? He came to address the conference, a very big conference. Then, I also thought, okay, this fellow, what should I do? He has to give some gift to all these people. ये bouquet देने से क्या है? कुछ नहीं आएगा. That morning I took almost 27 people came, 27, 28 people came. CEOs, CFOs, top executives. They came from North India also. I remembered I have Hindi Bhagavad Gitas in my house. मैं लेके आया था एक बार. So I had 24 Hindi Bhagavad Gitas. I took another 4 English Bhagavad Gitas. I took them all, directly to the hall. I took them. I kept them there. As soon as my boss on a bus spoke, immediately I took the mic and said, "Sir, you can give them the greatest gift." He was like, he didn't know what I'm going to do. They immediately opened Bhagavad Gita. I said, "Sir, please give Bhagavad Gita to all of them." इससे बड़ा दुनिया में पाने को क्या है, इससे बड़ा दुनिया में देने को क्या है कि नहीं? डायलॉग रिपीट किया अपने प्राइम मिनिस्टर का. He felt very nice. You know what he did? He's a multi-millionaire. He removed his shoes. He was wearing a blazer. He removed his shoes. He took Bhagavad Gita and he was giving to one person, and every person receiving was removing his shoes and receiving it. Right? And then this whole thing happened. And then he felt, see, when you do something good, Krishna inside becomes happy. When Krishna becomes, because Krishna is there in everyone. When Krishna becomes happy inside, you become happy. You become happy. Automatically, that thing comes. When you do something good in a temple, or you're standing and serving prasadam here, अच्छा लगता है ना? When you're serving, अच्छा लगता है. So he did something nice. Immediately he called my boss. That boss on the bus called the boss. Then he holded my hand like this. He said, "Lakshman, you made this like a devotional event. It doesn't feel like it is a material event or something." My boss was thinking, "Pura mehnat kiya main." ये आके पूरा credit लेना. He's also a good person. He's a friend of mine. Boss, but a very good person. So he told my boss, Lakshman made me give Bhagavad Gita here. That means Krishna is already in this equation. The name of this project should be Krishna, I told. I didn't expect that. Now he told that, so order आ गया. So the whole project is about dairy companies implementing SAP together. It's one of its kind. SAP is big directors, they all came. SAP is a big software. So they were thinking what to do, what name to give. Krishna naam aa gaya. Abhi Krishna ko naam ko work out karna hai. How to make it the name? See, doodh to hai. Krishna is with cows and this whole project is about dairy big. So then they started thinking. Now see, Krishna has put them into devotional work. Now suddenly they have to make an abbreviation out of Krishna in such a way that it fits the project. So then he started thinking, okay, so this is taking all the dairy companies to the next advanced level of technology, which is SAP through whatever this and that. We'll think all these are farmers say. So K is for Kisan, right? KRISHNA is very big. They asked me, so we can make it sound like Krishna. KISNA. Kisan India, Samrakshan, all the Samrakshan of the Kisans. Kisan India Samrakshan, N, next generation, A, adaptation. Kisan India Samrakshan, next generation adaptation. SAP वाले का fuse उड़ गया, क्या बात कर रहा है? Everybody was like, see what I'm trying to tell, whatever their faith is, whatever they might be affected by, whichever mode they might be affected by, you try to do something there, and remaining Krishna took over. मैंने एक ही काम किया, मैं भगवद गीता लेके वहां गया और मैंने मेरे जॉब का रिस्क लिया, दे दिया वहां पे हाथ में. उसके बाद कृष्णा कर्मण्यवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन, उसका फल कुछ भी मिलेगा, मेरा अप्रेजल उड़ेगा, मैं उड़ूंगा या तो फिर कुछ भी होगा. And out of this, I'm not expecting a promotion now. No. Whatever happened is happened. Point is, if you leave something positive there, even though people are coming from different faith, Krishna will help us at the next step. Everybody were happy. We were taking Bhagavad Gitas, and at the end they asked me to speak. They said we'll go to Golconda Fort. They asked me where to go in Hyderabad, which place to go. We'll go to Ramoji Film City, we'll go here. Somebody was telling, go to Charminar. Go here, go there. I never tell people to go to Charminar. क्या है उधर? चार डंडे हैं, बीच में आके ठहरे. क्या कुछ लगा आपको चारमीनार देख के? क्या लगा? Somebody made, okay, it's made. It's a monument. What are you getting out of it? Instead of that, I'll tell you, go to Chinnajit Swami's statue of equality. Go take darshan of Ramanujacharya. That is good. Right? I said, no, that is a little far. Anything nearby. I said, go to Golconda Fort. Birla Mandir is always there. But go to Golconda. Because some people don't want to, they want entertainment, adventure. I said, go to Golconda Fort. Golconda Fort, why did I tell? Because if I tell Golconda Fort, I can tell the story of Bhadrachalam. There is a linkage. I can immediately. So I took another 10 minutes to give another pravachan about Bhadrachalam and Ramadas. They poor people, they only asked, can we go to Golconda Fort? But they got the answer in a story. Then I told Ramadas was put in a jail here in Golconda Fort. You go there, there is Ram's Murti made by his fingers. Go take darshan of that. Why was he put in the jail? Chal, story chalo hua. Because he was. So, everything you can bring Krishna into people's lives in a very positive way. Everybody can go to Krishna at their own pace, without any race, by his grace. Everybody can go. You don't have to. See, the logic of the chapter is I pakad liya tamogun logon ko, Nahi. Our children also can be in tamogun. How do you raise them? How do you raise them above? How do you take them to the next level? Patience. Patience is needed. Can you all try this in wherever you are? If you come to my cabin, anybody here who came to my office? No, nobody came. Sandeep, you came, right? My office. Bhakti Shastri exam? You came to my cabin? Was I there that day? Sorry. I was the invigilator. You were doing Bhakti Shastri exam. So if you go in my cabin, there will be Bhagavad Gita, 2-3 Bhagavad Gitas will be there, 2-3 to sell, 1 for my own reading. There will be a Krishna picture. There will be Gomata and little calf. There will be Srila Prabhupada picture and my Guru's picture is on Radhanath Swami Maharaj. I keep it there. Every day I go there. I do first pranam. If the day is okay, I'll read one shloka and then start my work. And I have to do Gayatri, 3 times in a day. I turn towards God and I do my Gayatri. And when my rounds are left, I had a very rough morning. Right? When everybody goes on lunch, during lunch hour I chant. I sit down and I chant. So people who come to my room, I apparently also head HR. I don't take care of HR, but there is a manager, there is a girl who takes care of HR. But sometimes the complaint goes beyond, then they come to me to shout. But then the moment they open the door, they see Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, and me sitting there at Lilananda. Isko kya bolna, sir? Can you please come outside? I need to tell something. So, why am I telling this? Because there is God in everyone. There is good person in everyone. We should give that opportunity for people to come out. But tamasic people are dangerous. Tamasic people, you can't do anything. You can do a little and just walk out of there. Because those people have an agenda to go against God. In the name of God also. Like divisions of faith. Should be careful. Rajasic people, you can slowly engage them. Ye bhi karo, wo bhi karo, lekin aise aa jao. Right? Like one person was there. He was a staunch devotee of Sai Baba. Right? He was like, Sai Baba is Bhagwan, this, that he was telling. Now it's a little sensitive issue. Because he was emotionally attached to Sai Baba. Emotionally attached to Loka. You can't go and tell philosophy there. So I told him, what did Sai Baba tell? What is the ultimate message? He said, Sabka Malik ek. I बोला वो फिर जाओ एक के पास वो कृष्णा है. He's telling Sabka Malik ek. That वो कौन है वो Malik? That Malik is Krishna only. You go. So then slowly he started understanding, and then slowly understood. He started chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, right? And then he slowly started understanding who is Sai Baba also. And then he slowly started understanding, Arey, why did I even go there? Who pushed me into this? Right? I was unnecessarily, emotionally thinking, ये नहीं जलाऊंगा, ये अगरबत्ती नहीं जलाऊंगा तो बुरा हो जाएगा. That's why I'm, फिराएंगे that अगरबत्ती. डर के पूजा कर रहा हूँ. कुछ गलत हो जाएगा. Then slowly he came out of that shackle. He came out of that. Then he understood. Now, does it mean he disrespects Sai Baba? No, he doesn't disrespect, but he knows what is his position. जो भी है, लेकिन भगवान तो कृष्ण है. ये समझना बहुत important. Right? Understand the position and then go to the ultimate. Everybody is a ladder. You can tell, okay, Sai Baba can take you to Krishna. No problem. Sai Baba is taking you to Krishna. For example, you all have studied. Mataji, what did you study? Engineering. So you would have gone to school also, right? Before that? First grade, second grade. Directly you didn't join an engineering college. So if your second class teacher comes, will you respect the teacher? But she didn't teach you engineering. So will you respect? My question is, second class teacher came. She didn't teach you engineering. Why will you respect her? क्यों रेस्पेक्ट करोगे सेकंड क्लास टीचर का? उन्होंने तो इंजीनियरिंग नहीं पढ़ाया आपको. नहीं, रेस्पेक्ट करेंगे क्योंकि अगर वो सेकंड क्लास नहीं पढ़ाए होते, आप थर्ड क्लास को कैसे आते? थर्ड क्लास नहीं पढ़े होते, फोर्थ क्लास को कैसे आते? अल्टीमेटली इंजीनियरिंग कैसे कर पाए? क्योंकि यू डिड ऑल दोस थिंग्स. सो देयर आर मेनी देवतास हु कैन टेक अस टू कृष्णा. समझ रहे ना? डजंट मीन यू डिसरेस्पेक्ट देवतास. दे आर इक्वली वर्शिपेबल, बट इन देयर पोजीशन. समझ लो, पोजीशन का समझना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है ना? This I take it in SSR में बहुत डिटेल में I go into this aspect. देवतास versus भगवान. You are not differentiating. You are giving the right position to them. है ना? For example, one commissioner of police is there. One commissioner of police is there, and one constable is there. Beside the commissioner of police. Sorry, commissioner of police is there. One circle inspector is there. One constable is there. All three of them are standing. Gachibowli crossroads. Okay? You go there. And in commissioner ke samne, beside me who is standing? Circle, what is that? Circle inspector, then constable. You go to the constable and tell, अरे कांस्टेबल जी आपके बिना सिटी कैसे चलेगा, अरे आप ही चला रहे पूरा सिटी, अरे कांस्टेबल जी आप ही पूरा डिपार्टमेंट को संभाल रहे. वो कांस्टेबल का क्या हालत होगा? उसके बाजू में कौन है? एसआई. उसके बाजू में कमिश्नर पुलिस. उसको पढ़ के क्या बोल रहे, आपके बिना, अरे कांस्टेबल जी तुसी ग्रेट हो. वो एक ही बात बोलेगा, मेरा नौकरी निकलवाने है क्या है? कमिश्नर को बोल रहे बाबा, कमिश्नर इज रनिंग द सिटी. उसके बाजू में खड़ा होकर मेरे को ऐसा क्यों बोल रहा है? मेरा नौकरी जाएगा इफ ही लिसन्स दिस. गलत है. कांस्टेबल को ऐसे करना कमिश्नर के सामने गलत है कि नहीं? इसी तरह से भगवान के सामने भक्त को भगवान से ज्यादा बोलना भी गलत है. भक्त को अच्छा नहीं लगेगा. If you go to Hanuman ji and tell, अरे हनुमान जी आप राम से भी पावरफुल हो. हनुमान जी will give a powerful slap. एक पावरफुल स्लैप देगा. पागल हो गया? राम का नाम लेके जी रहा हूं मैं. हाँ, मैं राम से भी इम्पोर्टेंट है कि गलत है? नहीं है. हाँ, लक्ष्मी नारायण की पूजा करे बिना लक्ष्मी जी को जाके लक्ष्मी जी आप इम्पोर्टेंट हो. नारायण सोते रहते, आप पैसे दो और लक्ष्मी पूजा. लक्ष्मी 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 लक्ष्मी. लक्ष्मी क्या सोचेगी? अरे मैं उनका चरण, आई एम होल्डिंग हिज फीट, माय लॉर्ड, हिज फीट इज माय पोजीशन. आई एम सर्विंग नारायण. व्हाई डोंट यू डू नारायण पूजा? आई एम आल्सो डूइंग नारायण पूजा. व्हाई डोंट यू डू नारायण पूजा? समझ रहे? आर यू फाइंडिंग द लॉजिक? प्रॉब्लम इज वी हैव नॉट बीन एजुकेटेड लाइक दिस. दैट इज अ प्रॉब्लम. Nobody is giving this education to us. If you go to even Tirupati, every place, devatas, you have to cross one by one. They will take you to the Supreme Lord. Ultimately, you'll go to the final door. You'll see Venkateshwara Swami, Balaji Bhagwan ki jai. There is a meaning behind that. If you go and tell, I'll keep, somebody else's murti beside Venkateshwara Swami, then Venkateshwara Swami will tell, okay, so you come. I don't have a problem, but that person will have a problem. Hey, what is this? You don't put me there, He's my Swami. I am here to worship him. So, Rajasic people don't understand this. Because they want to use God. They will go and worship any God in any way they want, declaring that is the ultimate. Sattvagun people also, they will also worship everybody. But people in Shuddha Sattva, Bhakt log ko मालूम होता है कि भगवान का वर्शिप कैसा होना चाहिए, देवताओं का वर्शिप कैसा होना चाहिए और भक्तों का वर्शिप कैसा होना चाहिए. You understanding? Divisions of faith. Very sensitive subject, but you should understand these things. Actually, बिना शिव जी के परमिशन के विष्णु के पास जाना मना है, क्योंकि शिव जी क्या है? क्षेत्र पालक है. Every पुण्य क्षेत्र is guarded by Lord Shiva. So we should go take permission there and then go inside. Even in Sri Vaishnava temple, you will see Shivji outside. You cannot go inside without Shivji. Right? नहीं हम Shaivite हैं, हम वैष्णव हैं. पूरा नॉनसेंस है. कुछ भी नहीं है. ये हम लोगों ने बनाया. उधर कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. ये people with less understanding have created that. I go to Kalahasti. Every time I go to Tirupati, without Kalahasti, my tour is not complete. So Kalahasti is the place of Lord Shiva. He is a Kshetrapalak of Balaji Kshetra. So you should understand this way of worship, then you'll understand a proper way, in a proper devotional way. We are not using devatas, we are not using God, we are serving God in the right consciousness. If you go to commissioner and praise commissioner, then commissioner will tell. What will commissioner tell? Hey, why are you praising me like that? Actually, my SI is the one who is taking care of everything. And my constables are very good. They are doing all the groundwork. Because they are doing all the groundwork, because my SI is also working very hard, that is the reason city is nice. Don't give the credit to me. Will you say or no? So it's up to us how we go to temple, how we approach, how we deal with all these divine personalities. So people in the mode of tamoguna, they worship ghosts, ignorance, right? People in the mode of Rajo, they also worship ghosts and spirits, impersonalism, and all kinds of wrong things. People in the mode of goodness, they worship people who are in the scriptures. But people in the mode of Shuddha Sattva, above these three gunas is Shuddha Sattva, they also worship Devatas. They also worship Guru. They also worship Vishnu. But with the right understanding they worship. Right understanding was important. Right? And they worship not expecting anything except service. Please give me this service. My Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, he tells a beautiful story of one Ghanshyam Baba in 1970s. Beautiful story. He was a 19-year-old American boy, Jewish American boy, my Guru. Later on, he became a devotee and initiated by Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. So when he was living in Vrindavan, so he saw this old man, very old man in his 70s, short, lean. His name is Ghanshyam Baba. So he had deities of Radha Krishna in a small temple in Vrindavan, small temple. He used to take care of those deities. Unka dekhbhal karte the. So he would go and get water from Jamuna to do abhishek of the deities every morning. Right? So a bucket he used to take, slowly used to walk and go in his 70s, lean, old, short person. He would go take the water, and to bring that water from Jamuna to the temple is as far that the front gate to here. You all walk from the front gate of Krishe to here. That is how far the temple is. Every 3 steps he would stop. And then again he'll pick up 3 steps, he'll stop. It will take him 45 minutes to come from there to here with a bucket of water. 45 minutes. So my Guru Maharaj, he was in young days that time. He went and he told, I will help you. Arey, aap itna kyun kar? Main karta hu. I will bring that bucket. You do the abhishekam there. I will bring the bucket till there. I will take that little service. He immediately said, no, nahi, aisa nahi kar sakte aap. Mat chuo mat. Don't take the bucket. Like that. Now, people can misunderstand this. Ye wo kya raha hai? Ye aisa kyun bol raha hai? But then, when my Guru, when he was saying, no, I'll do it, he holded the bucket. Then he started, no, chodo. At one point, he started crying. Why is he crying? Then he told, just see the spirit of this. He told, ठाकुर जी ने मुझे एक ही सेवा दिया है. अगर वो सेवा भी तुम ले लोगे, मेरा जिंदगी का अर्थ क्या है? The only seva I have is to do service of the deity. If you take that service away, then what is the point of my existence? No, don't do that, please. मैं धीरे धीरे लेके जाऊंगा, लेकिन मुझे ये सेवा मुझसे मत छीनो. That is called pure devotion. No expectation on Thakur ji. Is he asking, ठाकुर जी मेरा कमर ठीक कर दो, ठाकुर जी मुझे और बल दो, ठाकुर जी मैं ये कर रहा हूं, मुझे give me something else? Nothing. He feels that I have to do seva of Thakur ji. And even though he's 70-year-old, he might be 90-year-old, he might take 3 hours to go there, he will take the bucket and go. And when it is still not possible, he'll take in small lotas, he'll take it there, he'll put it there, he'll again come back and do 10 times. But he'll not give up that seva until he leaves the body. Prabhu, this is called pure devotional service. He may not recite the entire Bhagavad Gita, but he already did that in previous life. That is the reason he has that devotion. इसको बोलते हैं भक्ति. शुद्ध सत्व में भक्ति, which is above these 3 modes. समझ रहे ना? हाँ. अरे text 5 and 6. विहितं घोरं तप्यन्ते ये तपोजना दम्बा हंकार संयुक्ता कामराग बलान्विता कर्षयन्त शरीरस्थं भूतग्रामम् अचेतसा मां चैवान्त शरीरस्थं तान् विधि आसुर निश्चयान तान विधि आसुर निश्चयान. Translation, please repeat after me. Those who undergo severe austerities and penances not recommended in the scriptures, performing them out of pride and egoism, who are impelled by lust and attachment, who are foolish and who torture the material elements of the body as well as the super soul dwelling within are to be known as demons. Now, tamasic worship ke bare mein, now Krishna is explaining further. He's saying those who undergo severe austerities, मैं कल पूरा खाना नहीं खाऊंगा. क्यों? मेरी मर्जी. पाप है. उपवास गलत दिन में करना पाप है. Understand this. एकादशी के दिन भक्ति है. On Ekadashi day you do upavas. That is bhakti. The day is determined by whom? By Krishna. That day you should do. If your health is permitting, you should do. Or do it on a appearance. जन्माष्टमी के दिन उपवास करो. हम लोग नहीं खाते हैं. सुबह से लेकर रात तक नहीं खाते. 12 बजे के बाद थोड़ा सा कुछ ले लेते हैं. ठीक है? Do उपवास according to scripture. नवरात्रि में मत खाओ. लिखा है. उसका आयुर्वेदिक बेनिफिट भी है. लेकिन एक एज के बाद if you have diabetes and all that, no, don't do that. You can do something which is adjustable. Or instead of focusing on food during Navaratri, read one chapter of Bhagavad Gita every day completely. Krishna is not behind your food. Krishna is behind your bhakti. है कि नहीं? लेकिन जो उपवास कर सकते हैं करो. उपवास, उप मतलब पास में, वास श्रीनिवास, जहां पे श्रीनिवास रहते हैं. When you do उपवास, go closer to श्रीनिवास. है ना? तो उपवास करना अच्छा है. लेकिन गलत दिनों के, लेकिन पॉलिटिकल, मैं धरना कर रहा हूं, मैं 4 दिन तक मैं डाई I'll do उपवास, तो पाप कर रहा है. Do you know that? Even doing Nirahara Diksha is पाप. Why? You are making the material elements in your body suffer. ये body तेरा है क्या? आपने बनाया क्या body? Did you make this body? No, it is given to you. And अंदर परमात्मा है. He is taking care of all the organs. You are supposed to take care of your organs. You are supposed to eat at the right time. You understanding? Doing upavas for ego, doing upavas with other agendas, which is not mentioned in the scriptures, is paap. Or you are doing tapasya for pleasing the Supreme Lord. That is not paap. But do it as per the instruction of Guru. Guru से जाके पूछो, मैं ऐसा करना चाह रहा हूँ. For example, my mother is having bad health. I want to do upavas for her good health. Ask a guru. Guru will recommend when to do, what to do, how to do. Is it needed to do? Right? Austerity means what? Austerity means, tapasya means something that you like to do, you will not do for God. That is austerity. Something that you like to do, but you will stop doing it as a sacrifice to God. That is austerity. Not that, for example, I don't like Kerala sabzi. I go in front of Venkatesh Swami. Venkatesh Swami, I love you. I will not eat Kerala for 1 month. Venkatesh Swami thinks, मेरे को पागल बना रहा है? You anyway don't eat Kerala, I know that. Huh? But if I go and tell, I will not eat gulab jamun for 1 month. Then Venkatesh Swami, इतना बड़ा sacrifice कर रहा है. ये मोटा इतना sacrifice कर रहा है. गुलाब जामुन नहीं खाएगा, है कि नहीं? So, तपस्या उसको बोलते हैं something that you like to do, you give up for a higher purpose to please God. That is tapasya under the instruction of scripture and guru. Very important. खुद का मत बनाओ मसाला. People have fight, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, they have fight. They stop eating. You seen that? प्रभु जी, कोई है यहाँ पे experience? आज मैं नहीं खाऊंगा. नहीं करना चाहिए. Should eat. Because that is austerity for your body. प्रभु जी थिंकिंग, इसको कैसे मालूम चला? हर घर में किस्सा चलता है कि नहीं? तो एनीवे, गुस्सा आता है तो गुस्सा अपने आप पे निकालो, लेकिन इस तरह से नहीं। जपमाला लेके बैठो, जोर से नो प्रॉब्लम, लेकिन इस तरह से मत निकालो, शरीर के ऊपर मत निकालो, है ना? तामसिक वे ऑफ वर्शिप है, तामसिक। कृष्ण, मैंने नहीं बोला भैया, कृष्ण ने बोला। क्या बोला? दोज हु अंडरगो सिवियर ऑस्टेरिटीज and penances not recommended in the scriptures, performing them out of pride and egoism, who are impelled by lust and attachment, who are impelled by lust and attachment। क्यों कर रहे हैं तपस्या? कुछ मिलने के लिए। वो तपस्या ही नहीं है। कुछ मिलने के लिए when you do तपस्या, वो तपस्या है ही नहीं। कुछ पाने के लिए जो दान करता है, वो दान है ही नहीं। सूर्य भगवान came to Karna and told Karna कल इंद्र आने वाला है, वो आके तेरा कवच कुंडल पूछेगा, मत दे। कर्ण क्या सोचा? ये कवच कुंडल मुझे दिया ही क्या? In spite of having कवच कुंडल, I lost so many battles, है कि नहीं? I lost विराट राज का बैटल, I lost in the Swayamvar of Draupadi, I lost in another 2-3 places I got lost। ये कवच कुंडल मेरे को मरने से रोक रहा है, लेकिन मुझे जीतने में हेल्प नहीं कर रहा है। What this fellow did? He said, let Indra come, he has Shakti Astra, उसके पास शक्ति बाण है, I will take that। Now Duryodhan invested all his faith in this fellow because he has Kavach and Kundal। Is it fair to give away your most important weapon without telling your friend? Did he go and consult Duryodhan that, अरे मैं वो कवच कुंडल दे दूंगा, will you agree with this? Did he go and discuss? He didn't discuss। Why? Because his agenda was more important than Duryodhan's agenda। वो दोस्त बोलता है, दोस्त भी नहीं है वो। आप महाभारत पढ़ते नहीं हो, आप महाभारत स्टार प्लस में देखते हो, ये प्रॉब्लम है। आप महाभारत डीडी में बीआर चोपड़ा का देखते हो, ये प्रॉब्लम है। आप पढ़ो तो मालूम चलेगा कर्ण है कैसा आदमी था। वो कोई दान अवीर सूर अवीरा करना कुछ नहीं था। वो कहीं महाभारत में उसके दान के बारे में लिखा नहीं गया है, उसको बनाया गया है, पॉपुलर बना दिया। और उसको दान देना ही था, शक्ति अस्त्र क्यों लिया उसने? He knew Indra is coming, and as soon as Indra came, he told Indra, I know it is you। ऐसे नहीं, दान देने के बाद मालूम चला, इंद्रा जानता हूँ who are you। And then Indra came to his original root। He said, now that I came during the Sandhya time, you have to give me। I'll give you, but you have to give me that Shakti Astra। He took on that condition। You read महाभारत, व्यासदेव का ओरिजिनल महाभारत पढ़ो, क्लियरली लिखा है, श्लोक है उसके ऊपर। उसने बाण लेके दिया, मतलब दिया और लिया, whatever, लेना देना। What is that? Is that devotional? Is that दान? No। सिस्टम है वो, लिया उसने। और इंद्रा अंडरस्टूड, अरे बाप रे, इसका तो बहुत बड़ा एजेंडा है। इंद्रा टोल्ड, सी मेरे हाथ में अस्त्र बार बार चलेगा, तेरे हाथ में एक ही बार चलेगा। He restricted that। Said, I'm giving you this Shakti Astra, but it will only work once, because this fellow has wrong intentions। So he took it। So Prabhu, externally doing something, but your intention is more important। Intention drives everything। तो कर क्यों रहा है जो कर रहा है, और ये ले क्यों रहा है जब दे रहा है? ऐसा नहीं है कि नो महाभारत says that he removed the कवच and कुंडल, जैसे दिखाते हैं ना स्टार प्लस में, लोग रो रहे, कितना अच्छा कर रहे, मतलब दान दे रहा है, अपना खुद का निकाल के दे रहा है। निकाला, उसके बाद दे दिया होता। Did Indra comment, करना I'm very happy you take the Shakti Astra, तुम लो शक्ति अस्त्र मेरे से? नहीं, he never told। He clearly told, I'll give you, but I want Shakti Astra। Because his intention was to kill Arjun, and Kavach and Kundal was not doing it। Kavach and Kundal was not allowing them to kill him। दूसरों को इसे मारने में मुश्किल हो रहा था कवच और कुंडल की वजह से, लेकिन ये खुद कुछ नहीं कर पा रहा था। He was not as powerful as Arjun. So now he wants something to kill Arjun. And his ego was so much that he was okay to sacrifice his life for a revenge. समझ? He was so egoistic. मैं मर भी जाऊं परवाह नहीं, लेकिन उसको मार के मरना है. So this is called worship, but with an agenda. ऐसे बहुत स्टोरीज हैं जो बहुत गलत इंफॉर्मेशन हमें दिया गया है महाभारत के बारे में, बहुत लोगों के बारे में. ये तो पढ़ेंगे तो आपको समझ में आएगा क्या हो रहा है. I got it. But Krishna had another plan. As soon as he got Gatotkacha. चल उसको इनका बैंड बजा. तो Gatotkacha came and he started making so much hue and cry. This fellow understood. अरे अर्जुन को मारना अलग है, पहले मेरे को जिंदा रहना है. He used that on Gatotkacha, Bhim's son. And as soon as Gatotkacha died, Krishna was very relieved. चलो हो गया. Indra was very relieved. चलो हो गया. And Bhima was angry. He was like, you all are looking relieved after my son's death? And Krishna told, I'm not relieved because of son's death. I'm relieved that Arjun bach gaya. Arjun bach gaya. Of course, Krishna being there, there is no question of anybody doing anything. But Krishna is managing people, even the bad. कितना क्या क्या करना पड़ता है मालूम है? Krishna was a very, very smart. I love Krishna. For why he is called. Bhishma told, until I am there on the battlefield, this Sutputra should not be allowed on the battlefield. This fellow, this Karna should not be allowed on the battlefield for two reasons. One, he knew he is son of Kunti. And second, he knew that this fellow is in bad association. He is powerful and he will cause a lot of damage. No, I will not allow that. And Bhishma ko kaun niche la sakta hai? Nobody can bring Bhishma down. So indirectly it was like, तेरे को युद्ध करने का चांस ही नहीं मिलेगा. Karna was so angry. What is this? मेरे ध्वज के नीचे कर्ण युद्ध नहीं कर सकता. He cannot do war until I am this thing, I am there. And then Krishna, ये अच्छा opportunity है. Krishna told Karna, see how Bhishma is insulting you? Come and join Pandavas. Krishna was not leaving even a single opportunity to, shift people here and there. Because he loves so much. He is Bhagwan. Ishvaraha Paramaha Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. Sarva Karan ka Karan. He gave all chances to Karna. तो अच्छा बन. लेकिन वो अच्छा नहीं बना, उसको लुच्चा ही बनना है. लास्ट में क्या हुआ उसका? He died a disgraceful death. जैसा मौत किसी क्षत्रिय को शोभा नहीं देता, ऐसा मौत वो मरा. ठीक है नहीं? So, point is, you should not do austerities to show off when you have attachments. Who are impelled by lust and attachment. Karna had attachment. Karna was a lusty person. Right? Who are foolish and who torture material elements of body as well as super soul dwelling within are known as demons. ऐसा पूजा मत करो जो शास्त्र में नहीं है. Please. 1980s में एक मूवी निकला था. गुलशन कुमार ने निकाला मूवी. वो मूवी का नाम संतोषी माँ था. संतोषी माँ जैसी कोई है ही नहीं. एक बॉलीवुड पिक्चर है संतोषी माँ. उसको निकाल के उसका मंदिर बना दिया और संतोषी माँ का व्रत भी चल रहा है. इस दिन मैं नहीं खाऊंगी क्योंकि संतोषी माँ का व्रत है. संतोषी माँ स्क्रिप्चर में किधर है? दिखाओ मेरे को. किधर भी नहीं. बना दिया है एक नया देवता. मुक्कोटी देवता ऑलरेडी है. मुक्कोटी +1. ठीक है. नहीं वो दुर्गा माँ का अवतार है तो ये है. तो तुम समझ रहे हो ऐसा. अगर ऐसे समझ के पूजा कर रहे हो नो प्रॉब्लम. एटलीस्ट दुर्गा माँ का तो कर रहे हो, सरस्वती का कर रहे हो, करो. लेकिन नए देवताओं को बनाने की जरूरत नहीं. आई एम नॉट अगेंस्ट पीपल आर डूइंग संतोषी माँ पूजा, बट आई एम सेइंग लर्न फ्रॉम स्क्रिप्चर्स. ठीक कर लो ना. ऐसे बहुत देवता ही बनते हैं, हम लोग बना देते हैं. गलत है, नहीं बनाना चाहिए. क्यों बनाना चाहिए? We don't have to create. दुर्गा माँ है, सरस्वती माँ है, लक्ष्मी माता है, उनकी पूजा करो. नए नए माताओं को बनाने की क्या जरूरत है? जरूरत नहीं है. That director came and he made a big scene. He said, "Stop this! I made this movie. ये तो मूवी था, ऐसे बना दिया मैंने. इसका उसका पूरा व्रत चालू कर रहे हो तुम लोग." उसको बोल देते, तुम चुप बैठ. ऑलरेडी धंधा चालू हो गया वहां पे, ऑलरेडी चल रहा है, उसको बीच में मत आ गई. Right? You can't tell anything. No, you don't go and tell people no. That's not the agenda. But you should know, wherever anybody is worshipping anyone, पूछो शास्त्र का प्रमाण किधर है. पूछो, गलत नहीं है ना. Why are we telling don't worship like? Because you'll not get any benefit. Indirectly you're doing पाप. As per this you're doing पाप. तुम उपवास उसके ऊपर कर रहे हो जो शास्त्र में है ही नहीं. तुम उपवास उस दिन कर रहे हो जो शास्त्र में बताया नहीं गया. You are torturing your body. उपवास का फल मिलेगा, लेकिन कौन सा फल मिलेगा? अच्छा फल मिलेगा, बुरा फल मिलेगा, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है. वही दिन आप करो, दुर्गा माँ के लिए करो, सरस्वती माँ के लिए करो, ठीक है, लक्ष्मी माँ के लिए करो, ठीक है, सीता माँ के लिए करो, नो प्रॉब्लम. प्लीज एवरीवन अंडरस्टैंडिंग. ये चैप्टर हेवी है क्योंकि अभी समझना है. कृष्णा इज डायरेक्टली टेलिंग कैसे होना चाहिए पूजा, किसका होना चाहिए, तमोगुणी कैसे पूजा, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ पूजा तमोगुणी डू, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ पूजा सत्वगुण में पीपल डू, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ पूजा रजोगुण में पीपल डू, है कि नहीं. 7 आहारस्त्वी अपि सर्वस्य त्रिविधो भवति प्रिया यज्ञस्तपस्तथा दानं तेषां वेदम् इमां शृणु. Even the food each person prefers is of three kinds according to the three modes of material nature. The same is true of sacrifices, austerities, and charity. Now here the distinctions between them. Now Krishna is going one more step. Look, what people eat, what people do, everything can be differentiated in the three modes. Ayu sattva balarogya sukha priti vivardhana rasya snigdha sharirat hridaya ahara sattvika priya. आहार सात्विक प्रिय. सत्वगुण में जो लोग होते हैं उनको कैसा भोजन अच्छा लगता है. Repeat after me. Foods dear to those in the mode of goodness increase the duration of life. Purify one's existence and give strength, health, happiness, and satisfaction. Such foods are juicy, fatty, wholesome, and pleasing to the heart. लेकिन सत्वगुणी लोग कैसे चीज खाते हैं? They eat mild, hot. ऐसा नहीं कि मुंह में डालते जल गया. रजोगुणी लोग खाते हैं. सत्वगुणी लोग they like mild. ज्यादा ठंडा नहीं, ज्यादा गर्म नहीं. हाँ, and fatty. अच्छा बटर, अच्छा घी, right? It should be juicy. Fried items नहीं खाते. They like to eat something that is more natural. So, you can see what is sattvic food. Just by seeing you can see ये सत्व गुण का food है. और ये प्रसाद खाते हैं. Most importantly, they offer it to God. And that will give them what? Good health also, happiness also, and most important, satisfaction. एक बार वो खाने के बाद फिर खाने की तरफ नहीं देखते. They are happy. For a long duration of time in the day, they are happy. मेरा हो गया. I'm fine. Not पेट भर गया, मन भर गया. ये समझो, मन भर गया. पेट तो भरते रहता है पूरा दिन, लेकिन मन भरना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. जब प्रसाद खाते हो, संडे सुबह जब आप यहाँ प्रसाद खाते हो, पेट भी भरता है लेकिन मन भरता है. बहुत डिफरेंस है प्रभु. You eat anything else in the house which is not offered to God, You will either feel hungry, or even if your stomach is filled, you will always feel some craving. But if you eat prasad, even when you go to any temple, they'll give little pulihora or little halwa. That little will fill your heart. मतलब वो बस यार नहीं आज रात में और कुछ नहीं बस ठीक है. Rarely you will see people going to temple and then going out somewhere. Temple में जो दिया पेट भर गया, मन भर गया, खत्म. सत्वगुणी लोग, right? हाँ. कत्वे अम्ल लवनाति उष्णा तीक्ष्णा रुक्ष विधाहिना आहार राजसस्येष्टा दुख शोखामय प्रदा. Foods that are too bitter, too sour, salty, hot, pungent, dry, and burning are dear to those in the mode of passion. Such foods cause distress, misery, and disease. Very clearly Krishna is telling. Too much something, too salty, too क्या बोलते हैं, bitter, too hot, huh? Too hot. तो लोग चाय पीते हैं, it has to be so hot. Once 3 wives were discussing. One wife was telling, I give very hot tea to my husband. एकदम, it's like चाय पत्ता पूरा डाल के एकदम गरम उसको कप में डाल के दे देती हूँ, ऐसे जुब बोल के पी लेता है. Then second wife was thinking, what should I tell? She told, I to go one more step. I make the whole tea. I tell him, open your mouth. And third wife was thinking, इसको क्या बोलूँ मैं अभी? She told, I to go one more step. I on the stove, make him sit on that, put चाय पत्ता in his mouth only. चाय पत्ता दूध पूरा मुंह में डाल दिया, जब उबलो अंदर ही पी लेता है. There is no end to there is no end to this kind of passionate thoughts. Too bitter, too hot, too this, too that. No, it's not good for your health. One of my friends was going to Bangalore. It's a true incident. Many years ago, when I was in my college time, he was going to Bangalore. In the night, they stopped. The bus stopped somewhere. वो चाय पीने के लिए रुकते हैं ना रात में, midnight. They stopped. One fellow everybody were drinking tea. Some people got down. One fellow got down a little late. In his 30s, I heard. He got down a little late. By then, the bus was starting again. He ordered for tea. The tea came. But the bus was chalo, nikal rahe, abhi tum itna late hai. Dhabak, he drank the tea and he came. He died in the bus. It was so hot, he was not supposed to put inside his belly. वो 4 रुपए के चाय के लिए, instead of just leaving it there, he drank it so fast. Burning thing went into your जठराग्नि. क्या होगा? जल गया पूरा stomach अंदर. And just spread it out somewhere. Intestines might be burnt. He died. Instantly died in the bus. Later on they found out हुआ क्या. Right? So, I'm not telling it will happen like that, but then you should be very careful with what we are eating. Especially don't drink those toilet cleaners. Toilet clean करते हैं क्या वो? हाँ, Pepsi, Coke, Thumbs Up. और toilet clean अच्छा clean होता है ब्रो जी. आप try कीजिए कभी. मस्त गोरा रहता सुबह. सच्ची में. Don't clean your stomach with that nonsense. Those acidic drinks. प्रभु जी अच्छा लगता है, डकार आता है, वो आत्मा में निकल जाएगा एक दिन डकार. नहीं, very dangerous. Don't, we all should learn what to eat, when not to eat, how to eat. I'm also still learning. My wife teaches me every day. It's a long saga. गलत आदत निकलना मुश्किल है. लेकिन here Krishna is telling that very dangerous. Too much sour, too much pungent, dry food, too much burning are dear to those in the mode of passion. ऐसे लोगों को देखा होगा ना? भाई वो क्या jalapeno पिज्जा लाया, उसके ऊपर फिर छिड़क रहे हैं. That what is that? मिर्ची. और डालो. तो शॉप वाला बोले वो उसको पूरा मुंह में खा लेना, वो पूरा पिज्जा खाने की क्या जरूरत है कि नहीं? One of my friends, wherever he goes, he takes a pickle. तो मजा नहीं आता, क्या करूं मैं? कुछ भी देगा, उसमें पिकल डाल के खाएगा, बिकॉज वो तीखा लगना चाहिए. स्पेशली वी इंडियंस ना, वी विल नेवर लाइक एनी फूड ऑन द प्लेनेट. इतना मसाला डाल दिया है जिवा के ऊपर, टंग के ऊपर, कुछ चीज अच्छा ही लगता. सच्ची बोल रहा हूँ मैं. यू विल गो टू इटालियन फूड, मार्गेरिटा, वो फोटो ये वो कुछ खाओगे, घर में आओगे फिर कर्ड राइस खाओगे. यू विल कम हो सांबर राइस. साउथ वालों का तो कुछ, देयर इज नो क्वेश्चन ऑफ सेटिस्फैक्शन विदाउट कर्ड राइस एट द एंड. कुछ भी कर लो, है कि नहीं? सो वी आर सो एडिक्टेड टू टाइम. इट्स नॉट गुड. Slowly we should give away the addictions and go towards little sattva. Actually, when you go to sattvic food, you will not become fat. You will become perfect, you know, as per Ayurveda. Very sattvic food, but how much to eat, when to eat, that also matters. I'm not an Ayurveda expert. You can go and discuss, but there are a lot of things. So point is to understand that if we do that, then we are in mode of passion. And what that will do, it will cause disease. It will cause disease. जब भूख लगता है, जब भूख लग रहा है, खाना चाहिए. Remember that. When you are really hungry, eat. नहीं प्रभु जी, lunch time नहीं है, dinner time नहीं है. Forget about all the time. Take something and eat. Because your Jataragni is shouting, I am ready, eat. If you don't eat at that time, it will cause disease. Remember that. Prabhupada told this. You should eat when you're hungry. Don't eat when you're not hungry. For example, yesterday night you had a big meal. You should not have that, but you had. Now prasad is being served. Prabhuji prasad is नहीं, जरूरत नहीं. डब्बे में डालो, लेके जाओ. You're not hungry. You're putting unnecessary burden on the stomach. And the Jataragni again has to start. Cleaning work चल रहा है अंदर. And फिर से तुम डाल दे अंदर. वो cleaning work रोक के फिर से आपको cooking work चालू होगा. है कि नहीं? So eat when you're hungry. Simple. That is the best way to do. Next. यातयामं गतारसं भूति पर्यूषितं चयत् उच्छिष्टम् अपि चामेध्यं भोजनं तामसप्रियं. Food prepared more than 3 hours before being eaten, food that is tasteless, decomposed and putrid, and food consisting of remnants and untouchable things is dear to those in the mode of darkness. So तामसिक लोगों को कैसा फूड अच्छा लगता है? परसों का, 4 दिन पहला, फ्रिज में लगाया हुआ, सड़ा हुआ. That is what they like. उसको फिर माइक्रोवेव में डाल के गरम करके, हाँ कितना फ्रेश आ रहा है माइक्रोवेव. That's what they like. If you want to be in good health, don't eat food that was cooked more than 3 hours ago. Why? Because that has nutrients in it. 3 घंटे के बाद सब उड़ जाएगा. उसके बाद क्या खाओगे? You will eat something which doesn't have any nutrients in it. प्रसाद ठीक है, भोग चढ़ाओगे, प्रसाद. Again, I'm not telling that Purana Prasad. As far as possible, eat fresh Prasad. But Prasad is an exception to this 3-hour rule. But still, doesn't mean that Prasad खा रहे हैं बोल के 3 दिन का पहले का खाना ठीक नहीं. That's why in our houses, we never used to cook once in a house. Minimum 2 times. I have seen. My mother, my grandmother. Minimum. सुबह, दोपहर में. शाम में भी बनता है actually. अभी शाम में आजकल ज्यादा बना रहे, बट अदरवाइज शाम में टिफिन टाइप में, सैलड टाइप में ऐसे कुछ बना के एवरीबॉडी इज टू ईट. आफ्टरनून फ्रेश. रोटी हमेशा फ्रेश रहेगा, तभी का तभी सेक के लेकर आते हैं, लेकिन एवरीथिंग फ्रेश. अभी क्या है, अरे प्रभु जी पति को भी ऑफिस जाना है, पति को ऑफिस जाना है, सुबह सुबह बनाओ, भगवान के सामने पूरा लगा दो, लंच ब्रेकफास्ट डिनर पूरा, तुम एक साथ खा लो, हमें खा लेंगे. दैट इज ऑल्सो नॉट राइट. बट if there is no other go, that's still okay. There is no other go, that's still okay. But if you want to be in good health, you should not eat food which is 3 hours. अभी कब बना है खाना? Just 2 hours back it is made. They started at 7 o'clock, they finished at 8 o'clock, 8:30 got parcel, 9:15 it came here. What you eat now is perfect. Lekin sabzi bhi, it should not be plucked right 3 days before, 4 days before. Pluck kiya, should be cooked immediately. That's the reason our garden in our house was behind the house. Kitchen was behind the house and behind the kitchen was a garden. Everything was fresh. Easily they lived for 80, 90, 100 years also. We are taking from Raitu Bazaar. You know how old those vegetables are? They are good looking vegetables. Unfortunately, they will not make a good look good. I'm telling you. Those things are plugged and removed like 4 or 5 days before.
4 days more in our fridge.
In 4 days more in our fridge. What do you think will come out? No energy. Vitamin D deficiency, B12 deficiency. I don't know what all deficiencies will come. Because the food is a problem. Cancers are coming. Why? Because they're sprinkling things which is not good. These are all a big topic. I'm not going to get into that. But tamasic people like this. Sade hue cheese. Cheese itself is sada hua item. Right? It's already sada hua doodh, whatever you say. उसको ठीक है तभी का तभी फ्रेश बनाया खाया अलग बात है. उसको फ्रिज में लगा के सुपरमार्केट में लगा के 15 दिन घर पे लगा के उसको पिज्जा बना के उसके बाद 3 दिन के बाद फिर से मेरे लिए एक स्लाइस रखो, मेरे लिए अलग से रखो. क्या रखो? मेरे लिए पॉइजन रखो. थोड़ा सा पॉइजन तुम्हारे लिए, थोड़ा पॉइजन मेरे लिए, थोड़ा बच्चों के लिए. हरी बोल. ये हालत है. We are making them eat poison. We are also eating poison. तामसिक. मैं बोल रहा हूँ प्रभु जी मेरे ऊपर ऐसे मत देखो मेरे तरफ. कौन बोल रहा है यहाँ पे? And what else he is saying? Remnants. झूठा कभी मत खाओ. किसी और के प्लेट का निकाल के खाना, किसी और का स्पून निकाल के उस स्पून से खाना. प्रभु जी मेरा बच गया लेके अपने प्लेट में डालना ना. That is tamasic food. The only two people who can give the remnants is father and mother to their child, or a husband to his wife, or wife to the husband, whichever. These are the only people who can pass on the food. And of course, Guru can leave something which can be taken by the disciple. It's not considered as tamasic. Everything else is tamasic. झूठा नहीं खाना है. झूठा खाओगे आपको तामसिक विचार आएंगे. Remember this. You want to go to mood of goodness, you should not eat झूठा. I see, it's become so lousy now. If they take a cool drink bottle, when Mataji is drinking, Prabhuji ko de diya, tum bhi piyo. College boys, college girls. Nonsense is going on. Kya kar rahe hain hum log? What kind of thoughts will come? Tamasic thoughts will come after that. You'll feel lusty, you'll feel craving for enjoyment, you'll feel all these things. Why? Because you are doing this thing. I'm not telling, Krishna is telling. He is the manufacturer of this world. He is the manufacturer, designer of our bodies. He is very clearly telling what is tamasic, what is rajasic, what is sattvic. You should not do that. Never take anything from anybody's plate. Never. And without permission, to never and never. Sometimes devotees also do. Prabhuji, aapka Mahaprasad. What did you do? And another thing, etiquette I'm telling you. Never take somebody's plate without their permission. Even if they've eaten. आप सेवा करना चाहते हैं, लेकिन पूछ के लीजिए. प्रभु जी कहना throw your plate. Actually host, when you host somebody to your house, you should take the plates of people after they eat. और उनको देना भी चाहिए. आप लीजिए, क्योंकि उनको पुण्य मिलेगा उससे. वो सेवा से उनको पुण्य मिलेगा. अगर कोई नहीं दे रहा है, फोर्स मत करो. नहीं प्रभु हमारा हक क्या कैसे कर सकते हो, लड़ाई मत करो. नहीं देना. If he feels that he doesn't want to give, he will not. But that should not be fought. It should be begged. These things are very important. और जब सर्व भी कर रहे हो ना, यहाँ पे जब सर्व कर रहे हो, serve in such a way that the spoon doesn't touch the plate. Should never touch the plate. ऊपर से डालना, ऐसे गिरना है. इतना ऊपर से मत डालो पूरा छिटके. ऐसे भी नहीं. Put it in a way that it is not. I did all that mistakes. That's the reason I'm telling you. There is a temple president. He was in Denver temple. Susta Krishna Prabhu. He gave me a seminar how to serve prasadam. Because I did all mistakes. Prabhu, you sit here. I will tell you. Then he started telling me, Prabhu, like this. And serve in a way that people can have it in a proper way. Not like, pura ek mountain bana diya. Right? पहले चावल डाल दिया, उस पर गुलाब जामुन डाला, उस पर सांभर डाल दिया, उस पर पापड़ लगा दिया, फिर प्रभु थोड़ा और सांभर, उस पर सांभर डाल दिया। मैं क्या कहूँ उसमें, है कि नहीं? So you can be a little respectful in your serving, and don't serve more than they ask. Very important principle. कुछ करना है लोगों को, लेकिन not at the cost of putting more, because what will happen? They will have to digest it. You will not digest. You should not throw prasad. You should eat prasad and digest भी करना पड़ेगा. गलत है. जितना पूछो उतना ही डालो, और इतना कम भी मत डालो कि फिर पूछना पड़े. तो एक आर्ट है वो, एक आर्ट है. You know, in one temple, you know, thousands of people used to come for serving. You know, I was there in Denver. So one of the temples where I used to serve. So there, because we are in the serving team, around 400-500 people used to come for Sunday feast, and 12-15 people have to serve, right? So always the tension is, खत्म हो जाएगा तो serving वालों को क्या मिलेगा, right? So I did that job. I'm a cricket fellow. I went and told all those people, first I'll make your plates and keep it aside. Don't worry. So 15 प्लेट पहले बना के साइड में रख देता था, और उसके बाद क्या दयालु हृदय आता था उन लोगों के अंदर. प्रभु जी लो और लो, अरे लो ना प्रभु जी, अरे लो ना प्रभु जी. तो फिर इतना प्यार कब गया? पिछले हफ्ता तो नहीं था इतना प्यार, क्योंकि उसका प्लेट रेडी है वहां पे. एक बार क्या हुआ, मैं प्लेट वहां लगाया, मैं खुद भी आ गया सर्व करने के लिए. Somebody didn't understand, they took all those plates. और ये पूरा सर्व कर दिए. प्रभु जी ले लो प्रभु जी, खींच के कर 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 पूरा खींच के पूरा निकाल के सर्व कर दिए. उसके बाद बोले लेना प्रभु चले, चलो. मैंने प्लेट किधर है? अरे प्रभु जी मैं उसके नीचे लगाया. अरे प्रभु तुम वहां पे ठहरना था, तुम यहाँ पे क्यों आए? मैं प्रभु जी कोई नहीं लेता, वो ढक्कन लगाया था. अरे प्रभु जी मेरे को बहुत शाप मिले थे. फिर एक प्रभु जी गए, फिर से बनाया, फिर नीचे ऑलरेडी ऑल्टर क्लोज हो गया था, भगवान को सुला दिए, तो पीछे एक फोटो को ऑफर किया, लेकर आके दिया. सभी लोग ऐसे मेरे को देख के खा रहे थे, इसके ऊपर ट्रस्ट नहीं करना. तो एनीवे, तो पॉइंट इज झूठा नहीं खाना चाहिए. एंड फूड कंसिस्ट ऑफ रेमिनेंट्स एंड अनटचेबल थिंग्स नहीं. पुट्रिफाइड मशरूम कभी नहीं खाना चाहिए. मशरूम किसमें आता है? सड़े में से सड़ा हुआ चीज को मशरूम बोलते है कि नहीं? मशरूम कहाँ ग्रो होता है? लकड़ी सड़ जाता है ना, गटर में, ऐसे जगह पे मशरूम बनता है. मशरूम का पुलाव मत बनाओ, मत खाओ. मशरूम नहीं चाहिए, सड़ा हुआ चीज नहीं खाए. अनटचेबल थिंग्स. ऐसे खाने से क्या होगा? तमोगुण आएगा. सिंपल, आपको तमोगुण आएगा. राजसिक गुण कैसे आएगा? When you eat some things like that, you will get rajasic. You will get more influenced by rajasic. If you want to come out of tamogun, you should avoid these things. Eat fresh. Anything, eat fresh. Reliance fresh नहीं है, लेकिन ढूंढो उसमें क्या फ्रेश है. बहुत सारे फ्रेश बोल के लगाते, कुछ फ्रेश नहीं उसके अंदर. क्या करें? अफलाकांक्षिभिर्यज्ञो विधिष्ठो य इज्यते यस्थव्यान एवेति मना समधाय स सात्विक. Of sacrifices, the sacrifice performed according to the directions of scripture as a matter of duty by those who desire no reward is of the nature of goodness. Right? Sacrifice मतलब यज्ञ करना, पूजा करना, rituals करना, expectation के बिना जब करोगे, that is in the mode of goodness. अभिसंधाय तु फलम दंभार्थम अपि चैव यत् इज्यते भरत श्रेष्ठ तम यज्ञाम विधि राजसम. But the sacrifice performed for some material benefit or for the sake of pride, O chief of the Bharatas, you should know to be in the mode of passion. सो मैं यज्ञ कर रहा हूँ, पूरे कॉलेज में ढंडोरा पीट रहा हूँ, मैं यज्ञ कर रहा हूँ, सबसे बड़ा यज्ञ मैं कर रहा हूँ. व्हाट इज दैट? प्राइड. करो सबसे बड़ा, बोलने की जरूरत नहीं. और इवन इफ समबडी सेज डोंट टेक प्राइड इन दैट, अरे आपके घर में पूजा हमेशा होता है, उसको प्राइड मत करो. If you make pride, become proud out of it, then Krishna will not accept that yajna. Simple. Chanting also. You do 32 rounds. You don't have to tell the whole world. Prabhuji, 32 किया प्रभु. माताजी 32, 64 किया मैंने. बोलने की क्या जरूरत है? If you do 108 rounds and go and tell the whole world or tell somebody that I've done 108 rounds, then the all credit of 108 will go to him. There's nothing wrong in telling, but don't tell for recognition and pride. To encourage, you can tell. Prabhu, we'll all do 108 rounds tomorrow. Tomorrow is Ekadashi. चलो बैठ के करते हैं. Sunday भी है, Ekadashi भी है. सब साइड में रखो, आज ज़्यादा जप करेंगे. And then you tell, Prabhu, आपने कितना किया? मैं 80 किया, मैं 90 किया, मैं 100 किया. No problem. But don't do that for pride. To inspire others, you can do. Even japa, any puja, don't do it for recognition. We'll just end. I'm just trying to a logical. What is the time? 10:30? 10:30. I'll just finish with a logical conclusion. Sorry for the little delay. Vidihinam astratananam sorry, I'm not able to spell it correctly. Astra annam. Sorry. Vidihinam astra annam. Mantrahinam adikshinam. Shraddha virahitam yajñam. Tamasam parichakshate. Any sacrifice performed without regard of the directions of scripture, without distribution of prasadam, spiritual food, without chanting the Vedic hymns and remunerations to the priests, and without faith, is considered to be in the mode of ignorance. क्या बोल रहे हैं कृष्णा? At what level of detail Krishna is telling? You're doing anything without faith, mode of ignorance. कुछ भी करो, बड़ा बड़ा यज्ञ करो, लेकिन भगवान पे श्रद्धा नहीं है, useless. Don't think, अरे कुछ तो मिलेगा, कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. In fact, reverse मिलेगा. समझ रहे? तामसिक पूजा होता है. And another thing is saying, you cannot do any puja without distributing prasadam. Prasadam has to be, bhoga has to be offered to God. It becomes prasadam. You have to distribute prasadam. You cannot do that. And it should be as per scriptures. शास्त्र के मुताबिक होना चाहिए जो भी यज्ञ कर रहे हैं. अगर शास्त्र के बिना अपना खुद का कुछ मंत्र बना लिया, something you added, plus and prefix, suffix, and उसका मंत्र बना के आपने कुछ कर लिया, तामसिक पूजा. समझ लो, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. जैसे राम का नाम लो, कृष्ण का नाम लो, साई राम बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है. ऐसा कुछ है ही नहीं कहीं पे. शास्त्र पे है कहीं पे? वो पद है कहीं पे? नहीं है. तुम साई बाबा करो, साई बाबा बोलो, साई बाबा बोलो. साई राम क्यों बोल रहे हो? साई लक्ष्मी क्यों बोल रहे हो? साई कृष्णा क्यों बोल रहे हो? साई दत्ता क्यों बोल रहे हो? किधर से आए ये प्रीफिक्स किधर से आया? आप समझ रहे क्या बोल रहा हूँ? बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है. पाप लगेगा. आप जी आप बोल रहे हो, इतने लोग बोलना पड़ता है भैया, क्योंकि भगवद गीता क्लास है. कौन बोलेगा? कोई तो बोलेगा. गलत है. डोंट मैन्युफैक्चर योर ओन मंत्रास. पूछो, प्रभु जी ये कहीं शास्त्र में है क्या? नहीं, हम ऐसे मानते हैं. आप मानते हैं तो मानो, लेकिन हमसे मत कराओ. आप करो, हमसे मत कराओ. समझ रहे? डोंट क्रिएट ए न्यू मंत्रा, डोंट क्रिएट ए न्यू नेम. कुछ भी ऐड करके, माइनस करके, कुछ करके हमको अच्छे लगते हैं, मालूम नहीं, लेकिन ऐसे ऐड बहुत डेंजर है, बहुत डेंजर है. और क्या? और बोल रहे हैं रेम्यूनरेशन टू द प्रीस्ट. ब्राह्मणों को एंगेज करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. बिना ब्राह्मणों के कोई पूजा नहीं होता. और उनको कितना देना चाहिए? जितना उनको संतुष्टि मिले उतना देना चाहिए. इफ यू डोंट मेक द ब्राह्मण हैप्पी विथ योर donation, then you will not get the fall of the yajna. So सबसे पहले you should find a proper Brahman who doesn't have an expectation. समझ रहे? Brahman who doesn't have high material expectation you should find. Then you should give him nicely so that he is taken care. First of all, Brahman should not have a rate card that ये मेरा इतना. Of course, he can tell an estimate, but it's not like इसके बिना. For example, हमारे घर में बहुत अशुभ हो रहा है, प्लीज आके थोड़ा एक नरसिम्हा होम कीजिए. प्रभु जी, हम लोग 50,000 लेते हैं नरसिम्हा होम का. प्रभु जी, मैं इतना कमाता नहीं हूँ, मेरा इतना होता नहीं है. You know what the actual Brahmana should say? प्रभु जी, आप कितना दे सकते हैं दे दो, हम कर देंगे. क्योंकि his job is to please Narayan. He is not doing business. A pure Brahman will tell, okay, you cannot do that much, I'll do something. थोड़ा कुछ कर लेंगे, at least. क्योंकि मेरा धर्म क्या, ब्राह्मण का धर्म क्या है? Brahmana's dharma is to connect us to God, right? To take our prayer to God is a via medium. उसका main focus वो होना चाहिए. जब उसका main focus fees होगा, उसका मतलब वो ब्राह्मण पूजा भी करेगा, कुछ फल मिलेगा. If the Brahman is not pure, you will not get any benefit. मिलेगा क्या? आप सोचो, think logically. नहीं मिलेगा. आपको पूजा अच्छा लगेगा, आधा घर जल जाएगा, पूरा धुआं निकलेगा, लेकिन कुछ निकलेगा नहीं उसमें से. You should have a right Brahman, right consciousness, and right amount of dakshina, right amount of prasad. Everything should be right, and you should be attentive when yajna is happening. वो यज्ञ ले, हाँ बोलो, स्वाहा स्वाहा, हाँ स्वाहा. ये क्या हो रहा है? What are you doing? सब साइड में रखो. Tell 10 people in the house, take care of everything. I am focusing on the yajna. जो यज्ञ पे बैठा है वो यज्ञ करेगा, जो गेस्ट को रिसीव करेगा वो गेस्ट को रिसीव करेगा. समझ रहे हैं आप लोग? एंड नो ईटिंग अंटिल द यज्ञ इज ओवर. नो ईटिंग. ब्राह्मण अगर चाय पी के आया, उसको कॉफी देके भेज दो. A brahmana who eats before performing a yajna, that whole yajna is already waste. सिंपल है, ये वैदिक रिचुअल है. जब तक जिस दिन शादी होता है, ना ब्राह्मण खाएगा ना लड़का लड़की खाएंगे. नो भैया, यज्ञ हो, मजाक नहीं है, रजिस्टर्ड मैरिज नहीं हो. इट्स यज्ञ. सत्यनारायण व्रत करेंगे, यज्ञ है वो. यू कैन नॉट ईट एंड ये सुबह कॉफी पी लिया, ब्रेड खा लिया, चलो अभी सत्यनारायण व्रत करते. नो, यू कैन नॉट डू दैट. यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग? बहुत लोग गुस्सा आ रहा होगा. आई डोंट नो व्हाट यू आर थिंकिंग, बट मैं पूरा रिस्क ले रहा हूँ, दूर बैठा हूँ तो. बट दिस इज द स्टैंडर्ड. प्रभु, आपको फल चाहिए नहीं चाहिए? आर यू डूइंग वट एवर पूजा फॉर फॉर्मेलिटी और यू वांट अ रिजल्ट आउट ऑफ इट? इफ यू वांट अ रिजल्ट आउट ऑफ इट, देन दीज आर द थिंग्स. श्लोक नंबर 13 पढ़ लो भैया. क्लियरली ही इज टेलिंग. वन लेडी वाज देयर इन अमेरिका. शी केम टू माय हाउस फ्रॉम वॉशिंगटन. शी केम, वी वर लिविंग इन बॉस्टन, and she told, take me to Indian store, I have to buy some things. Okay, I'll buy. But why are you buying? You just came as a guest. We'll cook for her, na? Why she has to buy things? Just imagine somebody coming to your house to stay for 2 days. They're going to Vijayata and getting this much grocery. क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? हम बनाएंगे ना. But she went to Indian store. She got so much. I was like, what is this? Or tomorrow morning we are doing Satyanaratha Vrat. Every month I do Satyanaratha Vrat. I was very happy. Arey, you never told me you are doing in my house. Number one. Okay, if you are doing Satyanaratha, I'm very happy. I also told my boss, I'm not coming today. Satyanaratha Vrat is happening in my house. I thought she made all arrangements. My wife's aunt. I got up in the morning when I saw she kept a chadar. She started keeping picture of God. Then she started keeping all the things in this thing, that thing. And then she said, okay, we'll start now. Huh? Where is Brahman? Brahman किधर है? तब एक ब्राह्मण जेब में से निकला, आईपैड और लगा दिया उसको ऑन, और मंत्र चलोगे, ओम विष्णु चलोगे. वो बीच में कॉल आया किसी और फोन पे, ब्राह्मण को स्टॉप करो, पॉज, वो कॉल ले लो. हाँ చేస్తున్నామండి, మేము కూడా చేస్తున్నాం. అమ్మా आप लोग नहीं करते क्या? अरे करना चाहिए. चलो, ब्राह्मण ऑन. क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? What is happening here? किधर का यज्ञ है? I was shocked. Virtual Satyanaratha Vrat in my life. Hare Krishna. And you know what pride she carries? Last 20 years, I did every year 12 Satyanaratha Vrats. Every month I do. और नारायण भी सोच रहा होगा ये क्या कर रहे हैं मेरे साथ. People do that nonsense. It's nonsense actually. But what can you do? Encourage them. You can go and tell, Mataji, after the breath, can we do one round of Hare Krishna mantra? Should we do? We'll. Because they are also scared of God. We'll do it. So some encouragement. Then slowly, little encouragement. Then you can do, please call a Brahman, na? ब्राह्मण का होना इंपॉर्टेंट है. श्लोक नंबर 13 बोलता है ब्राह्मण का रहना इंपॉर्टेंट है. तुम आईपैड को कैसे खिलाओगे? तो ये पूरा मतलब खिचड़ी हॉच पॉच है. when you treat like that, then the logical completion. When you treat like that, that's the result you get. That's the result you get. ठीक है? So any questions? ये चैप्टर क्यों चालू किया आपने? कृष्णा को चैप्टर बोलने की क्या जरूरत है? अब तक तो सब ठीक चल रहा था. आज आपने मेरे पेट पे मारा. Any questions? तो आइसक्रीम खा सकता है, डोंट वरी. या हरे कृष्णा. थैंक यू वेरी मच. आइए प्रभु जी. तो प्लीज मेक श्योर दैट यू नो डोंट बिकम फैनेटिकल. घर जाके एकदम से आज मैं पूरा सीख के बैंड बजाने वाला हूँ, ऐसा मत देखो. पॉइंट इज जो भी करना है धीरे 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 सही पद्धति में करो और सही कॉन्शियसनेस. भावाग्रही जनार्दन. कृष्ण भाव देखते हैं. पत्रम पुष्पम फलम तोय. 9th chapter it told. Can give me a leaf, a flower, little water, right? Or a fruit. But give me with love. Yome bhakta pranashyati. I want it to be given by love. Love is more important. But love is more important बोल के बिना ब्राह्मण के बिना किसके प्रभु कृष्णा I love you मैं ही करने वाला हूँ, कोई ब्राह्मण की जरूरत नहीं. That's also not right. मुझे कोई गुरु की जरूरत नहीं. I don't want any guru. No, that's also not right. In spiritual life, you need a guru. Because who is a guru? Guru is a devotee of Krishna. Guru is a devotee of Krishna. If you don't please devotee of Krishna, why will Krishna be pleased? Guru is a via medium to reach Krishna. Brahman is a via medium to reach. And finding the right Brahman. If you all want right Brahmans, I'm very picky and choosy about Brahmans. I know some Brahmins who are very particular about all these things. You call them and do. I'm not doing brokerage of Brahman here. I'm trying to suggesting you that अच्छे वैष्णव के साथ पूजा करो. तिलक लगाने से कोई वैष्णव नहीं बनता. इतना बड़ा बड़ा तिलक लगा के ब्राह्मण की तरह दिखना बहुत आसान है. You know how much is the cost of my dhoti, right? 200 rupees. Kurta 100 rupees, 150 rupees, right? Kanti 50 रुपए, तिलक 20 रुपए, पूरा मिला के 420. 420 रुपए 420 बना सकते हैं, प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. लेकिन इंपॉर्टेंट क्या है? कॉन्शियसनेस. भक्ति is the reason why Bhagavad Gita was spoken. And all these things, Tamogun, Rajogun, divisions of faith, what sensitive chapter. I know I spoke a lot of things. But think in the essence. I'm not against Santoshima, I'm not against Sai Baba, I'm not against anybody. I'm saying शास्त्र के मुताबिक चलो. शास्त्र के मुताबिक चलो. काम चल रहा है मेरा, काम नहीं चल रहा है, गलत कर रहे हो, शास्त्र के मुताबिक चलो. मालूम करो, गुरु के पास जाओ, बैठो, समझो पद्धति क्या है, मालूम करो. धीरे धीरे मालूम करो. एक ही दम से बदलोगे तो लोग डर जाएंगे, तुम भी डर जाओगे. धीरे 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 चेंज हो जाओ. ठीक है? हरे कृष्णा. So next week we will not have class because I'll be in Ayodhya. If Lord Ram permits me, we are going on Tuesday to Ayodhya, and I'll certainly pray to Lord Hanumanji that we should get bhakti of Lord Ram, right? And I'll pray to Lord Ram that we should become a bhakta under Hanumanji. Huh? So some of you are coming. J.V. Rao Prabhu is coming in. Few of you. Who all are coming from here? Some of you are coming. Okay, very nice. Yeah. So next time, many more can come. Some other place also. We'll do yatras one after the other periodically. And I will keep the live recording of whenever you are having lecture. You can see in my channel, Lilanandas. Don't have to subscribe. Don't have to like. Just see. No problem. ठीक है? तो सुन सकते हैं, लेक्चर्स रहेंगे वहाँ पे. शुभ विलास प्रभु बहुत ही एडवांस डिवोटी हैं, वो classes देंगे. You can nicely hear and become a nice devotee of Lord Ram and a Krishna devotee like this small bhakta here. Yes, Prabhu. चालू करना है. ऐसे गाएंगे नरसिंह देव आ जाएंगे अभी यहाँ पे. नरसिंह देव.
Namaste Narasimhaya. लीलानंदा प्रभु जी की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे।
लीलानंद प्रभु की डाउन डाउन ऐड मत कर. हरे कृष्णा. और भक्त विनाश का नरसिंह देव भगवान की. ठीक है. भक्त विनाश नरसिंह देव का मतलब क्या है कि हमारे भक्ति को वो बचाए। छोटा सा भक्ति है, छोटा सा इतना इतना भक्ति है, उसको बचाओ। जैसे प्रहलाद के भक्ति को आपने बचाया, जैसे हमारे भक्ति को बचाओ। भक्ति विघ्ननाश का नरसिंह देव भगवान की जय। भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री गुरुदेव की जय। लीलानंद प्रभु की डम डम। Hare Krishna. So I forgot to mention. Actually, I wanted to do this, but let's chant 11 Hare Krishna mantras. And I don't know if the mantra is there with you. Ugram Viram. For the Hindus who are going through a lot of problems in Bangladesh and the temples there, not only Hindus, who are going through such a very troublesome time where innocents are being butchered, their properties, their houses, the temples, deities, everything are being badly damaged. We'll chant this mantra 11 times. Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatamikam Narsimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namamiham. And then we'll chant 11 times. It's actually one good round we should do together of Hare Krishna mantra, but since it's already late, I will chant Ugram Viram 11 times. If somebody knows that, you can chant with me. And after that, 11 times Hare Krishna mantra, we all can do together. Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukham Narsimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityum Namamyaham. Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukham Narsimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityum Namamyaham. Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukham Narsimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityum Namamyaham. Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukham Narsimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityum Namamyaham. Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukham Narsimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityum Namamyaham. Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukham Narsimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityum Namamyaham. Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukham Narsimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityum Namamyaham. Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukham Narsimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityum Namamyaham. Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukham Narsimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityum Namamyaham. Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukham Narsimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityum Namamyaham. Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukham Narsimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityum Namamyaham. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Lord Nrsimhadev, Lord Krishna appearing in the form of Lord Nrsimhadev to please his devotee, to protect his devotee, Bhakta Vatsala, Bhakta Rakshaka, save the devotion, the faith of all the people in that part of the world, especially Bangladesh. Many places war is happening, but right now it's gruesomely happening. It's a war which is happening without any plan, without any end. May all the devotees be protected. Hare Krishna. Mahaprasade Govinde, Nama Brahmane Vaishnava. Svalpa Punya Vratan Rajan, Vishwaso Naiva Jayate, Sharira Vidya Jam, Jadendriya Trahe Kal, Jive Pele Vishesagare, Tara Madhya Jivayati, Lovamai Sudurmati, Take Jeta Kadina Samsare, Krishna Badadayamai, Kori Vare Jiv Hajai, Sah Prasad Anadilo Bhai, Shri Anna Mutapao, Shri Radha Krishna Gunagao, Premida Ko Chaitanya Jai Nimai Jai Nitai, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Shri Radha Gopi Vallabh Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai Nitai Gauranga Lakshmi Narasimha Swami Prahlad Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Prashadam ki Jai. All assembled devotees ki Nitai Gaur Premanande Hare Hare. My humble request is, some of you are coming from hostels or who are coming from your homes, get a small dabba also. Just make it a practice, because I want some prasadam to go to your houses. So people, when they have this prasad, they will get very good consciousness. Let it be like every Sunday morning. You take something back. I will order for more. You all are anyway contributing. Okay? I'll order for more. Let people also have here. You also can take a little more home and give little, and that will change their consciousness. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you for it.